Welcome to the Midweek Mailbag, your Detroit Lions midweek podcast, where we answer your Detroit Lions questions right here live on youtube.com/prideofdetroit, twitch.tv/prideofdetroit, or wherever you're listening to on any of your podcasting platforms. Just search Pride of Detroit and you'll find us. My name is Jeremy Reisman. You can find me over on the social medias over at Detroit on the Lion, and with me, as always, the machine. I almost said executive producer. That would have been a new one. Managing editor of Pride of Detroit.
I will take the raise.
And you can find him at Eric Schlitt on Twitter. It's Eric Schlitt. Hey, buddy. How you doing today?
I am exhausted, but thank you. It's been a very taxing day for me, but I am here and ready to talk some more Lions.
We might get a full story of that during the break if you want to talk about it. But yeah, let's put that to the side for now and talk some Lions football. Obviously, a lot of questions this week, a lot of concerns this week. I think some valid, maybe some less so. And we're going to get to the bottom of all of it. There'll be some offensive line talk. There'll be some NFC playoff picture talk, special teams talk, which of course we're saving to the last because you saved the best for last. I love talking about special teams. But before we get into that, let's start with a question from one of our Pride of Detroit Direct subscribers. And you can always become a Pride of Detroit Direct subscriber by going to prideofdetroit.com/subscribe and get our 3 times a week newsletter. Is that right? I believe that's right. During the season and at least weekly during the off season. Anyways, self-promo aside, JW has a question here and says, does it concern you that Dan Campbell, A, didn't regret any of the fourth down decisions, seemingly including the fake punt, and B, seemed to say they go for it, quote, because that's who we are, instead of taking a thoughtful approach in each situation? Seems malpractice to just say we always go for it regardless of situational factors.
Yeah, I think there's a grain of salt that needs to be added to Dan Campbell's response. He's not going to throw anybody under the bus, especially with that fake punt, whether it was Phipp who called it or Stewart who acknowledged it and decided to go ahead with it. Dan's not in the business of making other people look bad. And so that alone, he's just going to, disregard, and he's going to take blame for it, even if it's not his. And, I like the we are who we are mentality. I talk about that all the time with Brad Holmes. I like having confidence in yourself. I personally would like to see him be a little bit more situationally aggressive. We talked about that in our PODD recap of the game, but I understand his mentality. I do hope that he is a little bit more thoughtful moving forward. But again, we talked about this in our recap.
Yeah,
I believe he went in thinking he needed to be aggressive, and he was on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs, and so I think that was his mindset, and he wanted to go with it. That was the game plan, and so I'm okay with it, even if I don't know if he's 100% behind those statements. Go ahead.
I don't think he is.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't is because he had a different tune today on his 97.1 appearance, where he was asked essentially the same question again, like, given how the game played out, given that, your strengths might be a little bit different than before, was there ever a moment in which you considered changing strategies? And his answer was, I think of everything. Like, everything matters to me. Context does matter to me. And he finished that answer by saying, I always want to play to our strengths. And then the very next question was, what do you think your strengths are? And he said, I think we're an explosive offense. And then he gushed about the defense. And so I think the question this is referencing to is Dan Campbell right after the game, where he probably still is confident in the decisions that he made, right? He hasn't had a ton of time to regurgitate, rethink about it, look at the film again, rewatch it, all of those things. And so, maybe he was even a little bit defensive in the moment because he was probably irked, right? They just lost a big game. I do think there's more to Dan Campbell than just, hey, we're always going to go for it on fourth down. And listen, there was 4th and 10 in that game with 5 minutes to go and they punted, right?
Right. I also
didn't love
think
that
it's a
call, but
good. It's a good. I didn't either, but it's also good practice to not want to just give everything away to your
sure,
opponents. If your opponents think you're going to go for it all the time, they're going to call their defense differently as
right.
well. So I understand not wanting to give away everything in the media, and I'm also of the mindset that you want to be confident in the decisions that you make
Sure.
and who you are and who you believe you are and what your game plan is. And so I get that.
I mean,
Let's hope
there's also
the
like
rewatch.
what does it benefit you to go like, you know what? I shouldn't have had confidence in my offense last night. Like, you can't go out
Right.
and say that either, right? I know there's a way
Oh,
you can
sure.
phrase it that isn't throwing your offense under the bus necessarily, but if you are concerned about Dan Campbell's approach to fourth downs and think it's a one size fit all approach, I really think you should go back and listen to his answer on 97.1 The Ticket. It was on the Costa and Jansen show on Tuesday, whatever today is, 11/18. So,
There's also a precedence here of him adjusting. Historically, when things don't work, he adjusts immediately,
sure.
right? Like he adjusts by the next week that has been accounted for. So I don't think he's just going to be the coach that, runs his head into the wall over and over and over again, just because that's who we are, even if
Yeah.
that was the stance he took after the game.
His main defense, I would say, from his answer on 97.1, because he even said, like, it's week to week, it's opponent to opponent, like all those things he takes into factor.
Sure.
But his main defense
Sure.
in this game was wind. When it came to maybe trying that 50-yard field goal that they passed up, they were in no man's land a lot of that time, right? They're in the middle of the field, 45-yard line between like both 40-yard lines essentially on, I think, 3 of those 5. And then like the other one, I don't think he ever really addressed the goal line one from the 3-yard line, which again, like my argument is they had the right play there. It just the execution wasn't good enough in that moment from your most trusted player on offense, Penei Sewell, right? Like if Sewell blocks Jalen Phillips on that play, the Lions score a touchdown and it's in a completely different game. So I don't know. I think there needs to be. I don't think Dan Campbell was at his best after that game, because I also did not like his answer to not calling timeouts at the end of the first half, which was, unfortunately, that answer was pretty much the same on 97.1 The Ticket today, but that's a whole other thing. Let's move on to the next question here. Victor V asks, I just wanted your thoughts on St. Brown's recent quote-unquote struggles. And what is it that you think this offense needs in order to hit stride and play cohesively? Let's start with St. Brown real quick. What are your thoughts on, I don't know, a dip in production, I guess is maybe the best way to put it over these past couple weeks?
Yeah. He's such a perfectionist that, he only drops a ball or two a season,
Yeah.
historically. And so this season you've seen more than that, and that raises red flags. And even though in reality it's probably not that big of a deal. I haven't looked at where his numbers exactly fall, but they're down from this high expectation, this high bar that he has set, and so that raises concerns. I think it's a little overblown. The instances from last game, I think, are more about him having choice routes and him and Goff making different reads on what the choice should be. They talked a little bit about it on the air where they said, "Oh, look, Goff thought he was going to sit down and
Yep.
he should have." And St. Brown kept running through, and Collinsworth was like, "Oh, I'm with St. Brown." That was probably the right read, and that's probably on par with what was happening with a lot of Jared Goff reads that night. So, you know, there was a bit of miscommunication, but as Dan reiterated over and over and over, he's not overly concerned with the St. Brown Goff connection. So I'll side with him on that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not seeing the struggles that much. Like, obviously he got targeted 12 times and only caught 2 passes on Sunday night. Like, that's way out of the ordinary. That is an extreme bad game. The drops, I tend to think in general drops are just like made a bigger issue out of than they are. I don't think it's like a systemic issue. I've seen some people even speculate it's an injury. He's had like a wrist injury going back to like, I don't know, week 2 or week 3 when people saw him shaking his hand and things like that. Like, I'm not going to speculate on that sort of stuff, and I think it's probably nothing. But, I mean, he has to be better, right? There has to be a better connection. Without Sam Laporta on this team for at least the next 3 more games, he is going to continue to be the most relied upon player. And he's also going to be the one that gets the most attention from defenses. So that's going to be an added issue for him. But, like, a couple of those targets on Sunday night, you know, he was in single coverage. He wasn't getting bracketed. He had an opportunity to get open and didn't make the catch or whatever. So, yeah, he needs to be better. But if you're, like, looking for some sort of, like, underlying problem, I don't think it's there. I think it's just he's a stretch of bad play. That happens to every single player ever. There's never been a player who's been close to perfect every single game. So it's not a concern of mine. I don't think like his head's out of it, or he's got the yips, or this offense doesn't fit him. He's not gelling with John Morton or anything like that. Like, none of that really makes sense to me, because 1, like, he's been around John Morton before. 2, like, he's had periods where he's had a bad game or 2 and he's been fine after that. And so I get the consternation because he's a guy that you rely on a lot. And when he's bad in a game where you really needed him, you get upset about it. It's not up to the team standard. Panay was not up to his own lofty standards on Sunday night either. Do I think there's anything fundamentally wrong with him? No. That one might be a little bit more injury related because he's literally been on the injury report, but I guess I'm not that concerned when it's just 1 or 2 tough nights against, at least in this past week, one of the best pass defenses in football, if not the best pass defense in football.
Just for reference, St. Brown has 5 drops on the year, according to Pro Football Reference. He's been targeted 94 times. So that's a 5.3 rate of drop percentage. That ranks him 70th in drop percentage, in drop rate. So take that with a grain of salt. 5's a lot, but he also gets huge volume.
Yeah. Cam W with the next question says, given the issues with the interior offensive line, could we see a move for Ratledge to center?
No. I mean, no. I get it. I get that people are looking for a shakeup, but it'd be too hard for a rookie to learn that on the fly in mid-season, even if they've been giving him reps at center throughout the year.
Which they haven't, by the way. Like, very few. I think he was asked that on the radio a couple weeks ago, and they're like, we think it's more important to keep him focused on guard for the moment.
Yeah, right. And that's typically the way you approach rookies, is you give them one thing to learn.
Yep.
So I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that's an off-season decision. That's not something that's going to happen in season.
No, I'm with you there. I guess let me expand it to a larger question. Do you think there is any room for a shakeup? Do you think it does make sense to, I don't know, a lot of people are like, well, let's see what a new center how that
it'd be Cologne. It'd
right.
be Cologne that they'd try, right?
Right. But I mean, that's the question, right? Like, does this offensive line need a shakeup? And to me, like, then the question becomes, are you doing more harm than good? When we talk about how important it is to have cohesion and chemistry and communication, a change to the center position especially, but like if you wanted to move that to left guard too, sure. Are you doing more harm than good by resetting all of that? Putting in a new communicator, putting in a new guy to someone's left and right, resetting the chemistry. And
it'd be a big change for Goff too. That's
right.
Huge change for Goff.
And yes, like maybe by January that cohesion is settled. But unfortunately, the Lions are in a situation right now where they can't afford to slip up between now and January. They still have to make the playoffs. They still have to go at least 5-2 in these final 7 games, if not maybe even 6-1. So personally, I think a shakeup on the offensive line is misguided. I understand why people want it, but I think at this point in the season, it probably does more harm than good. But I'm willing to hear you out on whether you think. I mean, it's not unheard of for an offensive lineman to get benched this late in the season. It just, to me, I mean, Miles Frazier is the other part of this equation too, right? A lot of people are kind of pinning their hopes on Miles Frazier, which again I think is like this guy hasn't had like any live reps as a professional player. That seems like a pretty high risk to me, but I don't know. I'm curious if you're maybe a little bit more open minded to it than I am.
No, even Dan talked about, how do you address the offensive line? This is something we talked about this in the PODD following the game. And I talked about schematically how you can help the offensive line with, quick throws and, different play designs, establishing a run, all kinds of different things, right?
Yep.
But when Dan was asked that, I believe it was on Monday, he just said they've just got to gel.
Yeah.
And to me, that means he's not looking to shake things up. He just wants the guys that are there to work together for the next month until maybe you get Christian back in a month, right?
Yeah.
You're talking at least probably 6 weeks for that for a bone, and he's got two under his belt. You're talking at least what 4 to 6 more weeks before he would have a chance to come back. So if they switch anything, it's going to be the left guard, in my opinion. And they're just gonna if Aushika isn't cutting it, they're going to try somebody else there. But I don't think they're going to mess with Graham or Ratlich or anything else. Everything else is you've been building this chemistry on the right side. Why mess that up when you're just really trying to fill a hole on the left?
I think that's fair. Sticking with the offensive line, Aaron H. from Pride of Detroit Direct, and I promise we'll get to some Twitter questions as well. There were some Twitter issues all of today.
Yeah.
Says, how worried are you that the O-line going from great to average has exposed Goff's limitations? When getting great O-line play, he's borderline MVP candidate, but when the O-line is shaky, he hasn't been able to elevate himself in the offense around him. Other non-mobile quarterbacks, say Matthew Stafford, seem to be able to navigate the inconsistent line play better than Jared. What will limit this team's... will that limit the team's ceiling?
So I know that everybody is down on the offensive line right now, and I get it. It was a big problem against Philly, and it has the potential to be a problem moving forward. But it's for the most part been the same offensive line he's had all season, and his numbers are pretty good. It's just they've run into a couple of teams that have just either schematically planned very well that the Lions didn't have an answer for, or maybe in the case of Philly, they just maybe got out talented. It's hard to say if there was a scheme component of that the offensive line didn't adjust to, but for the most part, Goff is pretty good in almost every situation. Poor offensive line play or not, the only thing that he really gets hammered in is when that pressure gets home. Right. Sunday was his probably the worst game we've seen him play. Well, he probably played one really bad one last year, and then maybe the year before that, was
Right.
like it's been a long time, and he has like a stinker like that every once in a while. And a few years ago, he had like a 2 or 3 games that were bunched together, and so again, we talk about having some patience with Amon Ra, and I think Goff can also adjust to the offensive line like Stafford, for example, in this situation. I think Goff does a pretty good job of navigating the pocket. He has a pretty good semblance of when to get rid of the ball and where his hot routes out and stuff like that. But he certainly had a hard time, and the offensive line certainly had a hard time. And I don't know if Matthew Stafford was behind center if he would have done any better, right? Like the just for reference, the Lions right now are getting pressured quicker than any team in the NFL, right? Going into that Philly game, they were like 10th or something like that. But the Philly was getting there so quick that the Lions offensive line couldn't hold up. I don't know how any quarterback in that situation would have done. So yes, he had a terrible game. Yes, the offensive line was leaky, but I still think Goff is the type of quarterback that can navigate through this offensive line that is maybe closer to average than elite, but I think on the plus side of average, and so
Yeah,
I think he's going to be okay. All right.
it's fine. I'm specifically remembering one time I slipped up and said on this podcast, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, maybe even less than that, where I'm like, Jared Goff isn't good against pressure. And then someone in the comment section is like, look at the stats. He's actually one of the best quarterbacks against pressure. And that has been true for like the last year and a half. What I meant to say is like, he can't escape pressure, right? But he has other ways he beats pressure, right? He knows his check down options. He knows his hot reads. He generally gets rid of the ball quicker than most teams. Yes, that also means that, the average depth of target is lower than most teams. And so in this case, it's not just in the case of Philly, which makes them a particularly tough defense to go against. It's not just that they're good at creating pressure. It's they're good at creating pressure with a 4-man rush. And when you're dropping 7 into coverage, suddenly your hot routes aren't as clean. Suddenly your one-on-ones aren't one-on-ones because there's 7 guys in coverage and 3 or 4 guys running routes. And you don't have Sam Laporta out there. And so I do think Goff has different ways that he beats pressure. Yes, he's not going to extend plays and win with his legs. I do think he can navigate the pocket a little bit better than most people give him credit for, and a little bit better than he's also shown in recent weeks.
Yeah.
But he is good against pressure when he's composed. There are times when he loses his composure. I'm not going to pretend that doesn't happen. I'm not going to pretend like it didn't happen on Sunday. I think it did happen on Sunday. I think he got a little bit of the yips. It's more so...
he was rattled for sure.
Right. I guess it's more so those games where it's constant and it's fast. And then he's, I don't want to say he starts seeing ghosts because there's a really big negative connotation to that. But there are times he gets rattled. And I don't think the Eagles exposed that, right? Like, that has been a narrative on him since the Super Bowl he lost. It's just, it is a lot more difficult to do what the Eagles did on Sunday than people give him credit for. It is tough to create consistent, especially interior pressure with a 4-man rush. The Vikings had to do it with, bells and whistles, right? And Jared Goff probably should have performed better in finding his hot reads and all that sort of stuff as well. But when you're able to do it with a 4-man rush, that just makes the job of Jared Goff a lot harder. And it makes the job of any quarterback harder. And it's why we saw, I don't know, a guy who's maybe one of the best players at escaping pressure in the history of this game, in Patrick Mahomes, also get dominated by this Eagles defense. And granted, there were some other pieces on the Eagles defense last year that were also able to create pressure. But the idea is the same. In that Super Bowl, the Eagles were able to create pressure in the same way the Eagles were able to create pressure on Sunday night. And it makes the job of your quarterback a living hell no matter who you are.
Yeah, Eagles got pressure over 40% of the time. And he was rattled on that. They were getting home like pretty quick. So
yeah,
it was certainly a tough situation. A lot of components go into it. It'd be nice to be able to point to one and be like, this is the problem, fix it. Unfortunately, there were several things that were going wrong in that game.
All right, we're gonna make that a little short segment. We're probably gonna go bigger on the back end. We're gonna take a break here. When we come back, we're gonna talk some NFC playoff race. We're gonna talk, like I said, some special teams. We're gonna talk Brian Branch and get Eric all riled up, and a lot more when we come back here on the Midweek Mailbag. We will be right back. Sorry, chat. I just got really eager to talk to you guys because we got some donation bombs that segment.
Oh, really?
And we got some things to talk about. Yeah. Let me scroll back to some. Okay, so Mel the Burb with a $250 donation says, Donald Duck impression, please. Your niece's request. Thank you. I'm not going to say your name, but thank you to my niece. I will do that in a second. I wasn't going to do it during the show because...
Do you have a good Donald Duck impression?
No. I've never even tried, so we'll see what that sounds like in a minute. I didn't want to do it during the show because it would have been weird and probably extremely distracting to people listening, both live and on the audio portion of the podcast. Holy moly. I think another big hold on. Are we about to get another ginormous alert? Oh no. Okay. It just moved us to 1 cent away. I didn't know.
That's funny.
I thought we got a $5 donation that pushed us over, but apparently not. All right. Anyways, let me get to, and I promise I'll do the Donald Duck impression. Jason, thank you for the 11-month subscribed on Twitch. Says, got to remember to use that Amazon sub. That's right. If you have Amazon Prime, and maybe even if you don't have a Twitch account yet, create a Twitch account, link your Amazon Prime account to it, and they allow you to subscribe to us, which is a way to financially support us without costing you a single dime. You can do it once a month on a single Twitch stream every month, but it doesn't automatically renew. So if you did it in October, go check right now and see if it's still active. Use it again. Then we got a $400 donation from Joshua Mercer, who also apparently had himself a little bit of an afternoon, a little bit of a road rage incident. I'm glad you're home and safe, Joshua. I was a little bit distracted by the conversation happening in chat while I was trying to pay attention to what Eric was saying.
I did catch out of the corner of my eye something about police being involved, and I was like, all right, I can't look back at that.
Yeah.
I need to.
But yes, I'm glad you're okay, buddy.
That's no fun.
It's why I am such a defensive driver out there. I almost never use my horn. I certainly am never going to flip somebody off because there are scary people out there. There are people that I don't know if they're packing. I don't know if they're holding. I don't know. All I know is that they are currently in a big vehicle that can threaten my life. So I don't care what anyone says about how slow I drive or how many people I let merge in front of me. I've heard too many road rage incidents out there to and I'm not, by the way, Joshua, I'm not victim blaming here. I don't know your story at all. Maybe it was just some psycho who thought you did something that you didn't do. I'm just saying, like, a story like that is why
chased.
Right.
I mean, that I have you ever had that happen to you? Have you ever
no, but
chased?
I
have.
It's scary.
I've been chased by someone. Yeah, it's no fun. When I was in high school, I had a group of high school boys that decided to try and I don't know if they were just goofing around being high school kids or whatever, but that was that's no fun. That's heart palpitating for sure.
For sure. Art Vandalay, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. What is that name from? I feel like that's some
Seinfeld.
Well, is it?
Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, that's right. Captain James Kirk, a $25 donation.
Eric, Lions plug.
That's a good shot.
It's a good shot.
Captain James Kirk, $25 donation, says free John Morton on your face. Fine. $5 donation from Lozoinks says, hey, Eric, tell Joe that he is cursing the Lions every time he isn't on the pod, and also tell him I love him.
I noticed. I know. Doesn't show up twice, and I got to do solos and then lose both those games. I actually thought about that when I couldn't get Joe this week, and I was like, last time we did it was the Vikings game. And I'm like, oh, jeez.
What is happening tonight? Guys, what is in the water tonight? Drew Morris, thank you for the $4 donation, who got us just to $7,999. Captain James Kirk with the $1.01 said, got to get over 8K.
Whoa.
Joshua Kip Miller, $5 donation, and Katie from Michigan just dropped $500, saying, I got my missed paycheck today. Yay. Wow, guys. You guys were incredible. Katie, you got a hoodie coming your way. Not literally now. It's going to take me a while till the end of the month, but a $500 donation, a reminder chat to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center will get you a Pride of Detroit hoodie, which we've never given out. We've never given out a hoodie that is literally the Pride of Detroit logo with the mustache on it to celebrate all of our Movember offerings. But thank you so much, Katie. Thank you, Joshua, Captain James Kirk, Drew Morris, Lazoinks, Captain James Kirk, Joshua, Mel. Appreciate all the donations already today. It's incredible. And yes, we'll have to do a spin on the Wheel of Pain. We'll save that for after the show. If we get another $500, we'll do two. And if we get another $1,500, we'll do two and a spin on the Wheel of Extreme Pain, which will be our first of the month. which
You do. Oh man.
every 10K. And then we'll also get 10K is. Are you going to partake in it? The leaping at Ford Field into the stands challenge.
Oh, is that something that
You're
we
invited
got
if you want
approved?
to. Yes.
Did we get it approved?
Eamon has
Oh,
told me
man.
multiple times that it's a go. We just have to tell him when.
Sure. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I will look like Goff, but it's all right.
I don't think you're
mean,
gonna look like off. You're gonna need like 5 people to pull you up.
No,
I just don't want you to hurt yourself. You ran a 40 yard dash, and we're hurting for months.
that's true, but I don't have to run 40 yards. I just have to jump.
You got ups that I don't know about.
I was a high jumper in high school. Yeah. You didn't
How
know
long
that?
ago was that?
Oh, that was a long time ago, and by about half my weight. But yeah.
That wasn't
Man,
supposed. When I said 5 people are gonna have to pull you up, I just meant that you weren't gonna jump very high. I didn't mean that as
No,
as a weight thing.
I know exactly what you meant. No, yeah. Back in the day when I was younger, I was a good jumper.
No, I'm not, Chad. That's not what I was trying to say.
Yeah, dude, I could dunk a basketball when I was in high school.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
know that. I don't think that is
Let that
impressive.
soak that in.
I've never been that athletic, so
Well, that's all I did for like my 4 years. I ran track and I just jumped. I jumped all the time. That was my
I think
job.
you should talk to.
Loved it.
Have you talked to Justin about this? Because I believe he was a high jumper or maybe a pole vaulter. He was one of the two. I don't remember, but commonalities there. I'm not an ageist. I just make age jokes only against Eric. That doesn't count.
If I had to wager, I would guess, knowing Justin, he was probably a pole vaulter. But that seems on brand for him.
Oh, I brought this
Getting
up,
a reminder.
but you guys were all busy on stream. Do we have a donation rep for the Michigan Rogel Cancer Center sponsoring us? No? I'm not sure what you mean. I have people from the Michigan Rogel Cancer Center that are like hooking us up with. They hooked us up with the website. They're hooking us up with the auction and things like that. And they're the same people that were brought on stage during the live show last year. If you were part of that. But if you mean like, do we have a corporate sponsor or something like that? The answer is no. Someone, yeah. Wait, let me. Your Mike on YouTube. You're welcome. I had a little bit of a short fuse today and a lot of time, so I'm not going to go too much more into it. Yeah, we're going to do a long stream. Mark your calendars. It's going to be Tuesday, December 2nd. That is when we're officially going to close out Movember.
Oh, interesting. I saw that you put something in Slack today, but I did not see it.
Rude. Yep,
Dude,
Tuesday.
wait, you're picking Tuesday?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Day off.
that's a short week though.
No. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, that is
Yeah,
another
it's
short week.
Thursday.
That's not going to be our day off. Frick.
Yeah, that's a short week. We're probably not going to get it.
I forgot that there
30th
was a back-to-back Thursday
Yeah,
nighters.
Thursdays.
Frick. All right,
What about the Sunday the 30th? You're still in November.
I don't
on
want to do
Sunday.
that during
I don't know
football.
If you're out of town.
Maybe we wait until
after
after the Cowboys
Didn't
game.
we do it last year during the Ohio State game?
Yeah,
The Michigan Ohio State game? Yeah, but
no, I think
wasn't
what makes sense. Dang it. I didn't think
they're
about
gonna
that. Thank you
jam
for
us
bringing
up
that up.
week.
I think maybe Saturday the 6th makes the most sense then.
Yeah, that's a little easier because they're not going to have anything going on.
Right. That's like the extra buy, the mini buy.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Oh. Well, all right.
Saturday the 6th. We're going to extend Movember a few days here, almost a full week. I think that makes sense. I don't really want to do it before Movember closes out, like we could do the 29th or the 30th, but I think the 6th makes the most sense.
We could just do a red zone streaming party.
Oh, I just
the
realized.
Whole day.
Oh man, now I got to change something too because we're trying to get on the front page of Twitch, and I sent them that day, and now I need to. Frick. I want to do that like right now because getting on the front page of Twitch would be awesome.
Yeah, they're gonna jam us up. I'm sorry. I saw your alert earlier, but I was busy with my afternoon escapades, where I was getting not chased, but some other form of exercise.
No live show this year, unfortunately. No in-person show. We've had a venue or two reach out to us about a live show. We just couldn't get it done in time when we wanted to get done. So I'm hoping sometime during the off season we'll do something live just for funsies rather than, I don't know, to end in November. But my apologies for all that. Okay, I have to do a Donald Duck impression. I have to spin on the wheel of pain. But in the meantime,
on your face, Johnny Mo,
that's right.
Free Johnny Mo,
free John Morton. And in the meantime, we can answer some of your guys' questions. So you can start filling the chat with some questions. I'm going to start writing on my head and preparing. I feel like I need to listen to Donald Duck before I try to do an impression of him.
I used to be able to do it, but I have no idea.
I forgot the first word.
Excuse me. Oof. I almost want to mute myself and practice a couple of times, and maybe I can come up with it.
Well, since it was my niece that wants it, I feel like I have to do it.
Okay.
That's not the cleanest free. My apologies, but
erase it, start again.
You'd be surprised by how easy it comes off, but as you can see, like I'm starting to break out on my forehead with the amount of times I'm like scrubbing it, getting all those natural oils off. Okay. Chat, I need you to remind me when we're about to jump off stream to resubmit a new application to Twitch so that we can get on their front page on the right day. God, I'm so annoyed by that I didn't think of that. But thank you for saying it. For other charities, we had reps, so when I won something and had it sent to the reps, Jeremy. Last year I didn't win anything, so I wasn't able to, but I wanted to have a sweatshirt sent to a charity rep. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can get you in touch with them. Oh my, I didn't even realize there were a couple channel point requests. I'm going to have to just like, I think inflation is going to have to hit the channel point redemptions. We're going to have to up the channel point cost of make me wear a mozzarella stick shirt, and Zazu, we can keep the Zazu cameo low, you know? That'll be just like the price of eggs. We'll keep them low now. Their eggs are cheap now again, right? That's a thing.
I don't think so.
Cheaper than they were before.
It's new for me. Oh, man. Couple big hitters today. Nice job, KD. My goodness.
Zazu. Falling. Come here. Falling for propaganda. How dare you? Ugh! Look what I got, bud. Bunch of tweets. Soulful Break, are you actually here, and is that another new donation, or is it repeating again? Because I think I've seen that one repeat a couple times. Oh, it looks like I did get a new email, so that must be a new one. Just want to make sure I'm not accusing you of anything It's just that one has repeated twice for some reason, so it looks like that's a new one. What? Hi, buddy. You doing okay? What do you have to say? What do you have to say about the offensive line?
Yep.
Yeah? I got this from Lids. In a mall. I went to a mall and bought a hat.
What are those?
What are those? I don't have any more. Oh, there is one. There's two more, and you're just eyeing them the whole time, and I didn't even realize it. Wait, leave it. We need some ASMR. Ready? Oh, I dropped it. Here, we'll get this one. Was I not wearing the hat a second ago? I was, right? Or was I not? Because I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate it. All right, go. You can get that one. Soulful Break, thank you for the $25. Says right, Herbie, and Herbie again for my dad. I guess I probably should have realized that you said again. Absolutely, I will. Mean Package, thank you for the $25 donation as well. Wait. Was the Extreme Wheel of Pain every 5,000 last year? 2024 November charity drive. I mean, it says every 10,000 on the website for the 2022 version, 2024 version. This is, to be clear, 2024. Don't you lie to me, chat. Don't you try to trick me. What is happening? What the heck, guys?
Oh my gosh.
A $500 donation from Jay Pooley. We are over $9,000 raised. Again, another huge donation. Now we're up to 2 spins on the Wheel of Pain.
Man.
I'm trying to prepare the throat to do a Donald Duck impression, and I don't know how it's going to show up.
I don't think you do it from your throat. You gotta like.
I think it has to be at least a little bit in the back of the throat, right?
I don't know. I feel like maybe.
I said at least. I'll try to do a full minute. All right, Chet, grow up, Jesus! What do we have to throw the word throat out of the dictionary now because it only means one thing to you guys? Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much for the $500 donation to the University of Michigan Robo Cancer Center. Read something from ChatGPT as Donald Duck.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ. Be appropriate, chat. My niece is trying to watch me do a Donald Duck impression, and you guys are making gross jokes.
How old is she?
9? 10? No, she's 10. Sorry. You're 10.
Oh, jeez. I didn't mean to put you on a spot like that. I apologize.
Wait. Donald Duck, right?
This is turning out to be
Donald
a great donation. I mean, like, your niece is getting her money's worth for watching you flail around like this.
Squirm for 20 minutes.
This is the every dollar is being paid out in the squirminess.
I want to play Donald Duck over stream, but I don't want to get copyright.
Oh yeah,
copyright struck. Now we'll. Drew, stop it. Um. All right, I need something to read. What do you do? The Dan Miller comfortable being uncomfortable speech in the Donald Duck voice. Perfect. This is so perfect, Phenoms. Absolutely, I'm doing it, and I know I wrote an article on it, so I should be able to find the transcript. Dan Miller epic speech. We're doing that. That is God. That's so good. Phenoms A+. A+. Also, great use of a like Eric said, great use of a donation. I was waiting for someone to use this, and it's I have a feeling after I do this, we're gonna get way more donations. Which what is the actual amount that you need to do a? I'm very much procrastinating here. It's only I think is it a $50 donation? No, it's 250. Okay. I'm kind of glad it's 250. All right. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
It's
sentences.
it's not easy. It's not easy. Quick. It's not a quick speech.
All right, here we go. Hold on.
Based on the way this team has played over the last 5 games, there's some understanding for what can be expected from the Detroit Lions. It's not about what happened in the past, it's about what's happening right here, right now. They've shown us what they're capable of. They're good enough to win this game the way they play that they're capable of playing. Let's get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because you know what comfortable is? It means you're good. It means you have expectations upon you, and now this team does. Let's see how they answer it today in the big game in front of a packed house in downtown Detroit. I can't think of any place I would rather be than right here, right now.
This stream is going to get demonetized because that was perfect. It was perfect. They're going to think you played the audio recording. Oh, boy. Wow.
I don't know if you saw. I
started
literally
off,
hacked up a
started
tonsil
off
stone,
like,
I think.
It started out like Gollum, but it did adjust. I was a little worried there for a second. Oh boy.
Listen.
Awesome.
Anytime I'm gonna treat this like I treat karaoke. All in, baby.
I guess.
Like I had to show some like I don't think it was that accurate. But I'm not gonna back down from it. Dan Can locker room speeches next time. I don't know if I have any.
It's got to be the drag him out to the deep abyss. That one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I just need somewhere to have like the transcript of it. But,
I wrote it. I wrote an article on it.
Oh, there you go. $250 chat, and I'll do it in a Gollum voice, which probably wouldn't be any different. I'll do it in Arnold Schwarzenegger if you want me to.
Oh.
Money well spent. Not to mention like the actual donation part of it. All right, let me.
Where did you get the fluctuation from? From your throat? Like,
Yeah.
Is that where you were like?
I was like closing up the very back of my throat.
All right. I used to do it, and I used to do it like out of this. I used to do a Donald Duck voice when I was younger, and I used to do like out of like the side of my mouth, like my whole cheek would like. It would be like.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it sounded almost like scratchy.
Austin
Dude,
Pink on
it's
YouTube says,
right
listening on the ride home, and my kids are like, what the fuck are you listening to? Yeah. Maybe that was the move, like to the side. I don't know. I literally hacked something up though.
Dude, I did too. Just see? I think
Mahomes
you gotta
wouldn't be any different, right? Or he's more like
Kermit the Frog.
Oh God, Mahomes.
Hey, you guys need to donate $250. I'm not just gonna. I'm not a puppet. You gotta put money in the guitar case before I start dancing. Like Jay Poole
Man,
did.
oh, man.
There are a couple Twitch alerts I need to get to too. Where was I? Laser Mouse thank you for 26 months. Says, boy, it would have been nice if we could have scored 26 points. I'm gonna actually dance.
No.
And Zach, thank you for the follow on Twitch.
JT
Ryan
Sam,
Toledo,
gotcha.
thank you for the 39 months. Says, play Rodrigo at blocking fullback again. Not against it.
Did you know the Giants have an interesting fullback that they utilize?
Yeah.
They utilize a defensive lineman as their
Oh.
fullback.
How often?
Just this last week, Kafka.
Oh.
It's one of his little wrinkles that he
That's right. He took over.
yeah. He brought a DL up and was like, "Hey, you're going to be a fullback."
All right. Whatever. I was going to say whatever works. I don't know if it actually worked.
Well, I mean,
What else do I
They
need to write on my
lost, so-
face? I wrote on my face. Was there another thing? Oh, Herbie, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Should we do one spin a wheel on the wheel of pain now and one later?
well, if you get something bad, you don't want it to mess you up as you go, right? Or
I
is
guess
it?
that's true. Oops. Shoot.
You need to get a new Sharpie.
I need to get a new Sharpie writer. There you go. Shout out Herbie. Keep fighting the good fight. Okay. I would love to sing the Rainbow Connection in a Kermit voice. I would do it in a second. I'd do that for karaoke. I was eating dinner and almost spit out my food. Hey, that's what I'm here for. Soulful Break, yeah, someone did give another $500. Shout out Jay Pooley. So yeah, we are up to 9,000. I guess we'll do two spins. Two spins before segment 2. Make segment 2 3 hours long. No. No, Austin. Absolutely not. But we will answer some of your guys' questions now if you want. That aren't just requests for me to do things in people's voice.
So, was it week 1 that I locked my keys in my car at Ford Field, or was that still the preseason? I don't remember when that was.
I feel like it was
like the first. I feel it was the preseason or the first. It might have been the first home game. Yeah, it was probably the preseason. No, it was the final preseason game. Oh gosh. Well, guess what, Chad? I did it again today because I'm a smart guy. I haven't locked my keys in my car in decades, and now I've done it twice in like 3 months. While the car is running, with my phone in the car, both times. Oh boy.
Laura did save him again. Shout out Laura.
Well, I kind of had to save myself a little bit too, because I locked them into my car at Ford Field like 3 hours ahead of time. So there was a lot of time. This time, the car was running again for sure. That's the only way it locks. Whatever the new cars have now. Yeah, I started the car up, realized I forgot something of my daughter's back inside, went to get in, went and got it, came back, car was locked. So this time I couldn't rely on Laura to save me because she was too far away. I had to go get my daughter from middle school, about a mile away, and I had about 10 minutes to do it. And I had no car. I almost drove my tractor up there, but that was out of gas.
That would, I mean, man.
It would have been
Imagine
hilariously
if a fan
awful.
had seen you. It's just like, why? Is that Eric Schlipp from Pride of Detroit riding a tractor to a school? Riding, you mean like a lawnmower or like a rider mower, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
not like
My
a literal
daughter
tractor.
calls it a tractor. So,
Okay.
yeah, Miko could have ran. That's funny. Um, no, I had to jump on a bike, one of my kids' bikes, and bike up there, which is almost as fun as if I would have drove up on the tractor.
I do have a legitimate question that someone asked, and I can pretty much just explain it with a picture, and I'll just share it with you in case you want to add anything. Someone asked what's the difference between a 3-tech and a 4-tech, and this is essentially the answer. So a 4-tech, mostly you'll hear us refer to like a 4-eye, which is just based, lined up on the inside shoulder of the tackle, whereas a 3 is a little bit closer to the guard.
Yep, it's just which side of the B gap you're on, right?
Yep.
If you're slanting more towards the inside of the B gap, or if you're slanting more towards the outside of the B gap, the Lions, like I know I refer to like Lacey's role as being like a 4-eye because that's typically where it ends up being, but that role they'll put it the 4, the 5, and even the 7 at times. So it's not totally static, but when you associate 4-eye with it, you're kind of that's like the separation between like a true interior player and a true exterior player. That's where your hybrids start to come in.
Yep.
Those 4-eye through 5s, and then your edge rushers typically line up 7 to 9. So I mean, maybe I use it a little too. I use 4-eye a lot, just trying to simplify things. But really, the Lions are focusing that big edge opposite Aiden, that 4-eye, 4 and 5.
Yeah. Why is there no 6 in the alignment? That is honestly a good
It's over
question.
the tight end.
Right.
Yeah, it's over the tight end. So like a 0's over the center, 2's over the guard, 4's over the tackle, 6 is over the tight end. But then because technically it's just dumb. So they really should have like the inside of the tight end should not be a 7. It should really be like a 6-eye or like a
Right.
or right. It really should be. But
I think it's just like 0, 2, 4, 6. That's why that's a 6.
yeah, originally it used to be the 6 was the gap, and then the 7 was the inside, and then it was 8, and then 9, and then coaches came along where it makes more sense just to have head up 0, 2, 4, 6, and so then it's changed, but it's just as the tight end evolved, the usage evolved.
Yeah. Anyways. I think it's good to remind people of this because I think sometimes we use the verbiage a little loosely for people that might not know it.
Well, I mean, like if you go way back to when like things were, names were different, like a halfback and fullback were like completely different because the halfback got the halfback name because it was only lined up halfway and the fullback was full all the way, right?
Right.
But now that's like completely switched.
Yep.
Now you have the fullback halfway and the halfback full way, and so like I don't know, it's weird like which things stick and which things get evolved from a name standpoint, and it varies of course between scheme to scheme, but most of the things that don't change from scheme to scheme are A gap, B gap, C gap, and then the number techniques that you see there.
This is a good question from Phenoms. In a 5-man front using the Sam linebacker, where is everybody lined up? It's not always the same, but like generally speaking, you want to kind of give a breakdown of that.
Yeah. So when they bring the Sam down, you're typically going to have like your one edge out at like what would be like the 7, 8 or the 7, 6 or 9, typically the 7 or 9. Then your next guy inside is the 3, and then they're usually a 1 gap or maybe a 0, but it's typically a 1. Then your 4-eye, and then you're back out at the 7 again, 7 or 9.
And sometimes it'll be different, right? Sometimes you'll have 2 guys in the A gap.
Sure. Yeah, you might have 2 1s or you might have 2 3s. If you do, if it depends on how many guys, yeah, how many guys that you really want. In a standard 3-4, those guys are 4-0-4, right?
Right.
Like, and that's your down guys. Then you're out, and then you have both. Then you have nines. You have
Two
two
nines, yeah.
nines,
Yep.
2 4s, and a 0. That's a standard 3-4. But with all the hybrids now, if in the line with the Lions, it would probably, when they want to use that, bring that Sam up to the line, it's usually going to be like a 7 or a 9, 3-1-4-I, and then another 7 or 9.
Yep. I'm not going to explain it in a Donald Duck voice. Whoa. Sometimes YouTube is weird like that, and they all just comes in at once. And these are ones that I've already seen. What? Why did all the YouTubers just come? YouTube comments come.
Hutch will go out to the 9 a lot because he's so fast off the ball, and he doesn't, like, if the quarterback's going to 3-step drop, then lining up at the 9 isn't going to help you. But normally you're talking a 5 to 7 drop for the QB, and in passing situations they're going to drop a lot of times a 7. So now it just becomes trigonometry. Hutch's, if he goes all the way out to the 9, can his path to the 7-step drop, can he get there before the offensive tackle can go backwards far enough the distance that they need to get and impede Hutchinson's way? That's why he goes out so wide, to try and increase that angle difficulty for the tackle.
Sin the Half, thank you for the $1, the 1 bit. Says well done. I'm presuming that's in reference to the Donald Duck impression. Captain James Kirk says, good news, everybody. The $250 donation just says celebrity impression. So whoever asked about dancing earlier could get the Elaine dance from Seinfeld. You know
Wait,
what?
what?
He said celebrity impression.
What's the Elaine dance from Seinfeld?
Oh, you don't know, like the kicking dance? She does this weird kicking dance that became like a running gag.
Oh.
You know what? Sure, I'll honor it.
Oh.
I'll honor it. Celebrity impression can go beyond voice if you want it to. I still have veto powers if I think it's inappropriate, or mostly just inappropriate stuff. But yeah, if you want my celebrity impression to go beyond a voice and some sort of motion, which, like, I don't even know what else it could be. I mean, I could get you on the technicality that Elaine is not a celebrity. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is, and it's Elaine's dance. But I'll allow it. I'll allow it because I'm a benevolent dictator. Could we get a Gallagher impression where you smash a watermelon? No.
Yes. Oh, no. Oh. You don't have the mallet?
I don't have a comedically oversized mallet. I was about to do an impression, then I realized I was going to go way more Jeff Foxworthy than Gallagher, although they kind of sound the same in a way.
Jeff's really Southern. Like, you really got that drawl.
Yeah. Time to send an oversized mallet to the P.O. box. Go for it. Go for it. Probably Jason, yeah. Impressions of POD stuff?
Do you have a meat tenderizer? Like one of those, like,
No,
meat
I don't.
tenderizer? Oh.
No. Impressions of a POD staff? Here, I'll do one of Eric right now for free.
I saw that one. Yeah.
I cook sometimes, sure. I'm not a great cook, but I'm getting there.
Oh, a meat tenderizer isn't like a common, like it's not going to be in every bachelor's household.
Listen,
type of thing,
like,
right?
there are other ways I can flatten things.
Yeah,
if they need to be flattened, punch it.
Yeah, when you get angry,
Tenderize. Yeah.
just do the Kermit voice at it, and it would just be putty in your hands.
There's a frog here. No. Nope. Immediately regretted it. This is why that's such a good reward, is because I'm going to immediately try it and immediately back down and be like, nope, I'm not prepared for this. And then I'm just going to power through like I did with the Donald Duck. Did my package come? It said it was, I haven't, I'm going to check tomorrow, Lost Oceans. I haven't, I should have today, but I will check tomorrow because media availability is super late tomorrow. Not thrilled about it. And I know you're not going to be thrilled because you're going to have to write up an injury report without any idea what's coming.
Yep. I already started prepping it, and I'm like, I got 3 injuries. I just have no idea what they are or if they'll even be there. Yeah.
See, I would probably,
I don't think,
I would veto that one, Dank.
I don't know if people realize this, but like, I basically like guess the injury report every day. Well, 3 days a week. Like, I get hints from you based on like, practice, but like the Wednesday one every week, it's just a straight guess. And then I end up picking up my youngest. And so I'm like, here you go. Here's my guess. And then you have to make adjustments at the last minute when they come in. But yeah, I mean, it's not like we get those 1,000-word articles written up within a couple minutes. We're not that fast of typers.
Over under 9 players on injury report.
Over. I have more than that right now.
All right. You guys seem to not be that interested in Lions questions right now, so I think maybe we just jump right into the next segment.
They all want to see you get punished.
Well, they just want to fast forward until the 2 spins on the wheel of pain, and $944 away from spin on the wheel of extreme pain. Just throwing that out there. Is there a legit reason for the injuries, or is practice intensity related?
Everybody points to practice being too intense, but like most of these injuries are happening like during the game. And the one, there are the occasional injuries that happen during practice, but that's not uncommon across the NFL.
Yeah.
Like you can step wrong and hurt something. You know what I mean? Like I really don't think it's an intensity thing. I really don't. And I know that's an easy finger to point. And it's common. It's become a common ideology.
Laporta's wasn't during practice. He didn't practice last week at all.
Yeah. No, we don't really know if it happened in the game, if it happened, like it showed up after the game. We really don't know exactly where it happened. We know it happened either in the game or after the game before
practice
on Wednesday.
I wrote this on Twitter and I maintain it. I don't think the Lions are going through an extra amount of injuries. Like I think when all is said and done, and Football Outsiders or whatever they are now, FTN Fantasy puts out their adjusted games lost and compares it to the rest of the league, I think the Lions are going to be right there in the middle of the pack. Like I don't think it's been a ton of injuries. I don't think they've been lucky. Let me make that clear. But they haven't lost a single starter for the entire season. That alone is like way different than last year, right?
Oh yeah, last year they were dropping guys for the whole season.
I mean, how often? And let me knock on everything I possibly can, but like we haven't seen an Achilles, we haven't seen an ACL. I mean, we have, just not with like I think Jamarco Jones was either an Achilles or an ACL, but for a starter.
Yeah, but again,
for regular contributors.
The only starter was Levi, and his was an off-season one, right, like where they found out his ACL was jacked up, like before he even practiced once. So,
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. I don't believe in jinxes, but I'm sorry. I know a lot of you do. But yeah, like think of a team like the freaking Chargers, right? That is a team that's going through bad injury luck because they lost both tackles for the year. That is a thing that will ruin your season, right? Like here, if the Lions lost both their tackles for the season, this season would be over, or pretty darn close to over. The 49ers are definitely going through it worse. The Ravens are going through it worse. Mm-hmm. Hell, the Lions, I mean, quarterback, right? Like, quarterback is a huge injury that I feel like a ton of teams are dealing with this year. I just don't think it's that bad. I think sometimes we're a little close. Like as of right now, the Lions are in the worst of it that they've been all season, right? I can admit that they're missing 2 starters on offense. They were missing 4 in this on defense this past week. That's the worst it's been all year. Like, we are at hopefully the peak of it, right? Hopefully this is the worst of it, and then hopefully, I mean,
you could
maybe not.
You could get a wild amount of secondary players back this week.
Yeah,
like you just could. Like, in theory, I don't know. I don't think all of them would be coming back, but in theory, you could get Reed, Terrion, and Kirby all back. Now, I don't know where Kirby's at.
Yeah,
but it sure sounds like Reed's closer, and Terrion just has to clear the protocols. And so,
do you just call him Carrion?
Terrion. I might. Biking in cold weather is not good for old men because you get the cold gets in your chest, and then you got like start coughing up. I've been coughing more this stream than I wanted to.
Manu's not. So I asked Dan about Manu, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago.
They didn't seem to think it was.
Yeah, I don't think it was season ending, but I also think like there's probably no hurry to get him back, right? Like,
no.
The only hurry would be to get him back in practice and continue his development. But I think there's a chance they could just be like, we want the roster spot for something else, so we're just going to keep you on IR.
Yeah.
Especially if Dan Skipper stays healthy.
So you don't have to designate IR return. You just designate IR and you return them when they're ready.
Right.
So it's not like previously when the IR return first started where you had to declare, this is a guy we think is going to come back. We are going to tag him with that. It's not like that anymore. Now everybody just goes on, and you can, IR. And when the guys are healthy, you can pull them off as a return then.
I'm putting you on the spot here, and I don't know if you know the answer because I certainly don't know the answer. But when you talk about the 8 return to IR spots, when do you actually use it? Is it when you when the player is brought to practice? That is not one of the 8s. It's when you activate him to the 53.
Yes.
Okay. That's something someone
that's the way I
asked me, and I didn't know the answer to it.
That's the way I understand it.
Yeah.
Like you actually are bringing them back.
Yeah. It would make sense. But
Colby's was season ending because it was,
before practice, before
regular season. Yeah.
As for what's the plan with Colby,
he also wasn't starting.
I mean, Colby, Colby, the injury may have saved his contract,
his roster spot. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, the Lions lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 guys on season ending.
Yeah,
none of them were starters, other than Levi, who was on that borderline, right?
Yep. And I will openly admit, like, before the season, I feel like they lost an unconventional amount of depth, right? You lose Jamarco Jones, who I think was on track to be OT3 this year. You lose Levi. You lose Ennis.
Well, you lost like Kenny Yeboah was tight end. Supposed to be tight end 3. You lost him. You lost some of your other offensive line depth. Ennis, Dan Jackson was supposed to be safety. Safety 3, right? Like you lost depth, certainly,
no doubt.
But like Ezekiel Turner was fringe. Colby Sorsa was fringe. Kai Robichaud was fringe. Those are all guys you lost before the season started. So they're on IR. And, some of them we've seen get injury settlements like Yeboah and the Justin guy, whatever, I forgot his name, the offensive tackle, Justin something.
Heron?
Yeah, there you go. Good job. But, a guy like Colby, you're saving him because you've got him under contract next year as a rookie. So you got cheap,
contract.
and he gets another shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make the roster on a team he's familiar, and he gets paid, right? So that certainly helps him as well. But like Jamarco Jones, as a veteran on a 1 year contract, he doesn't get an injury settlement because his injury is a full season, so there's no settlement to be made.
Right.
Yeah,
His
like
contract
he's
is
already, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
same thing with like Ezekiel Turner.
Right.
He's same boat, man. He's a full year, so.
So I don't know. Maybe I don't think a lot of people feel that differently. That the line, like, I don't know. I'll ask you, live chat. Like, do you think the Lions are going through more injuries than the average team? I can certainly understand why it feels like it. To me, it's always about. It's less about how many injuries you have. It's about how many injuries you have, like at one position. Like, is there a position in particular that like you're hurting at? And so, like, yeah, the argument could be made that this team got really hurt at corner really early, right? You lost Ennis, you lost Dorsey, you lost Terrion here and there, you lost DJ Reed. So, like, that's when you had to go to the Legion of Whom, and incredibly, they held up, and they were incredible again on Sunday night. You know, if that game goes a different way, I think we'd be talking a lot about how awesome the secondary was again, and we'd certainly be talking about how awesome the Lions were against the tush push, right?
Rock had a great game. We're always talking about that. Rock played great.
Right.
And that penalty can take a walk.
Yeah.
But yeah. I thought Rock was great.
Good question from Alien. Do international players count against the 53 if moved to the active roster? Yes. Yes, they do.
Yep. Don't count against the practice squad, though.
Correct. So Hassanin can be the 17th guy in your practice squad, which is why he mentioned, like, I had, according to his
a lot of teams
practice.
Yeah.
He said 31 other offers to join their practice squad because he's a free he's a free ad, right? Like, obviously you have to pay him, but he's free in terms of you don't have to make a corresponding move.
Yeah, it's what's weird about that is that he was given that designation. That's what's I found the most interesting, because he's been in the U.S. for what, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. Like,
I remember digging into the rule book and being like, what? Like, reading each stipulation of what makes you an international player, and it.
Yeah, you were like only supposed to be like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think he was the first Egyptian-born player drafted, and I think they just were like, "Hey, cool, there you go. We want to keep you around, right?
Yep.
We'll just give you all the benefits."
Jason asked, Rodrigo was a pretty significant part of special teams, wasn't he, along with Dorsey? Special teams would look more like what we're used to soon, right?
Well, let's hope so. That would certainly help.
What I found interesting today when Dan
Dorsey
Campbell
might be their best special teams player, by the way. But yes, go ahead.
Dan Campbell said, I think on consecutive days now, that he's actually pretty happy with how the coverage units have looked. Punt coverage, kick coverage, and I think he's certainly punt coverage. Punt coverage has been excellent kind of all year. Part of that is Jack Fox.
Yep.
Look at me praising a punter. And kick coverage, I think we tend to. Oh, I should. What is the question on special teams? You're right. I should be saving this, Dan. I'm sorry. You're right. But like return, he has pointed to the return game as something that they need to be better at. But yes, pushing that to the actual show. Sorry. Thanks for catching me there, Dan. Okay. I think we're caught up. I think you maniacs have stopped with the massive donations, but if you haven't, please send them. Okay. You ready to get back into it?
Read
Drew.
Drew's last three.
Yeah.
He caught me good.
All right. Where were we?
No, Drew. 2 coming after this.
Yeah, we're going to spin 2 at the end. which veteran starter is most likely to not be back along the offensive line? So you're just asking Glasgow versus Decker, or do you want us to throw Coyote into that conversation as well? Well, Decker's only not back if... Okay.
No, go ahead. Keep talking without me.
Okay. Decker's only back if he retires, and only not back if he retires, if that's not what I just said. And yeah, listen, because it's come up this year, very, very much a possibility. I think Graham is probably a little bit more likely not to be here next year, and that might be a retirement. That might be a cut. He is under contract one more year.
Oldest player in the team too.
Dang, is that true? I guess I didn't realize that. But you need a succession plan, and whether that's Tate Ratledge or someone you draft, you need to be pretty confident about that. And it might be Ratledge, but if I had to guess, I'd pick Graham over Decker. But both are certainly an option. A realistic possibility, I guess, is maybe a better way to put it. You got a take on that, or you don't want to answer?
No, I do wonder if both Graham and Decker will contemplate retirement.
Yeah.
Graham, because you can see there's wear and tear on him.
Sure.
And he's 33.
Got a couple of kiddos.
Yep. Decker, it's the lingering injury factor.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I will go into the offseason worried about both.
Yeah. All right. Let's get back into the show and talk some more Lions football.
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, I'll do the Elaine dance while everyone waits. Oh, no, you can't see it. But I'm doing it. You can't see it. Would Decker retiring be a blessing in disguise from a salary cap perspective with Jack Branch? I have to... I mean, maybe a little bit, but not a ton. I don't remember. What's Decker's contract look like even next year? I don't even know.
It's big.
So I guess maybe it would be a little bit of a nice cap relief.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got a $1.5 million roster bonus. He's got a $15 million salary. So, yeah, you're talking about $16.5 million in cap savings right off the bat there. So, yeah, I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, but at the same time, now you're having to replace.
Right.
You're having to replace a left tackle, and if you are shifting Ratledge to center, let's say, even if he's good there and Mahogany's good at left guard, you're hoping Frazier is elevating himself, and you're now drafting a rookie, maybe left tackle. And, maybe you can spend money on it, but how much money are you going to have to spend when you're spending money on a lot of your homegrown guys? So, yeah, from a salary cap standpoint, that's really the only benefit, like the only positive that would come from him stepping away. I really worry about him. I think you draft the best tackle available. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. I know a lot of people are going to say draft right and shift Panay, but there's so many good defensive ends that line up across from the right tackle nowadays. Like it's just as valuable as the left tackle in my opinion.
Agree. Yeah, and just thinking ahead, if both those things happen, you're gonna have a new left tackle, you're gonna have a new center,
guard,
and a new right guard. Three new spots. Like we're
the
gonna
thing
go
is,
through some more kind of turbulence here on the offensive line as early as next year. And
well, the thing is I also wonder if Frazier's more comfortable on the left side, which means you might end up having to shift Mahogany, right. And then you might have two young the left side might be completely young, with a new center, and then like it could be a full change. I mean, and they could switch Panay. Right. They really could if the best tackle available for them is a right tackle, they might shift him.
This is the only part of the window discussion that makes sense to me, is that last year was their best offensive line combo. And now that they're aging out on the offensive line, it's going to take a while to rebound. Now, I still believe that you can add young players to your offensive line and be good. Or, maybe they add a veteran. Maybe they decide they want a new veteran voice in there and spend a little bit next year. Maybe it's a guard.
You might find another
Zeitler?
Kevin Zeitler.
Yeah.
Just came to me, guy. I remembered it.
Here's
what I say.
Hutchinson money? No. Long gone. Long gone.
Like the best, arguably, at this time, if you're looking at the draft, the best two tackles in the might be right tackles in college right now. After that, it's like a ton of guys that play left, but I don't know where those tackles are going to go. I don't know if they're going to stick where they stick kind of right now, but if you're in position to get a guy, or maybe you take a left tackle and you want to switch him anyways, there's lots of options that are going to be up in the air.
Plus, since the sky is falling and this team's not going to make the playoffs, they're going to have a better draft spot. So maybe they can get one of the top left tackles or top right tackles.
Sure. Yeah, just trade all the picks to go up and get the guy that you want anyway. So who cares?
All right. We should get back to the show, because the one thing that I always forget when we do these late midweek mailbags is that I have to upload the audio to our team drive, and I have to get poor Miko to work late tonight so that he can upload it in time for everyone tomorrow morning. So yeah, let's get back into the show. We'll do the 2 spins and then we'll get out of here, hopefully before 9:30. Sorry, Miko. Ready?
He's fine.
All right, here we go. And welcome back to the Midweek Mailbag here on the Pride of Detroit Podcast Network, we'll call it. Let's go back to our Pride of Detroit Direct subscribers. Devin P. asks, I know a million things can happen between now and then, but what's the concern level with the playoffs? Seems like no matter what, we'll likely draw Philly, Los Angeles, Seattle, or Green Bay in round 1, all of which have a great pass rush, athletic linebackers, and solid interior guys. Can Dan adapt and develop a scheme that can counter what seems to be the offense's weakness at this point?
Well, look, yeah, I agree with the first 5 words there. There are a million things that can happen, right? This team can, in the next 7 weeks, it's half a season almost, right? Yeah. Where they can figure things out as they go. Those teams could fall off. Those teams could have injuries. There's all kinds of things that could happen. So I don't want to I don't want to sweat it too much, but if you're focusing on what I think the point is asking is, what does the offense need to do? They need to get the offensive line as shored up as they can. So over the next 7 weeks, what are you working on? You're working on building communication. You're working on offensive game planning that can alleviate some pressure on them, which means maybe you're not running deeper routes, you're throwing quicker crosses, you're stacking plays, you're learning, Dan is going to get more familiar with and more comfortable calling plays. He's only done it for 2 games. By game 9, he's going to be much more comfortable than he is at game 2. And so time is going to be a big factor in how this team improves, because a lot of what they're trying to do, it takes a little bit of time. But the good thing is you've got 7 games to work on it. And so, yeah, focus starts on that offensive line for sure.
Yeah, I think the main takeaway there is what you said, which is things can look a lot different in 7 weeks. Both here and with a lot of those other teams. I will say, Devin P. brings up a good point. Those are some tough-looking teams right now, right? Philly, Los Angeles, Seattle, Green Bay maybe less so. But the point being, this isn't the NFC playoff group that we've seen in previous years. This is going to be a tougher run into the playoffs. I don't think there's any question about that, unless we see like severe regression from multiple teams that we don't expect it from right now. And so, yeah, the Lions are going to have to step up. They're going to have to beat one of these big teams that maybe they haven't really proven that they can so far this year. They did beat Tampa. We can't forget that. We did beat Baltimore on the road in prime time in a game where they weren't as beat up as they would eventually get. And they're looking more like the team that we kind of saw that week anyways.
Yeah, I still think they win their division.
Sure. We beat another 7-3 team that probably isn't as good as 7-3, but beat them pretty handily at home. We won't even mention their names, but
we'll get to beat them again on the final week of the season.
But yeah, like there's definitely a level that this team needs to get to that they're not currently at and haven't really played at this season. And so the question is 7 weeks going to be enough for them to get there? I don't have the answer to that, but I think the way they're playing right now is not good enough to make it through the NFC playoffs. But there's time. Plenty of time. And the good news, too, is there's not that much else that the team needs to worry about right now. Because for all of the troubles that they have on the offensive line, on protecting Jared Goff, on developing a run game, they still have explosive playmakers who are still making explosive plays. Despite some of the offensive struggles, the Lions had plenty of explosive plays on Sunday night. They still have a quarterback that, outside of 1 or 2 games, has been excellent this year, a top 5 quarterback in almost every statistical category. And they have a defense that is top 5 by most statistical categories at this point too. And so the hope is, and your defense is only going to get stronger as players return too. So there are other ways that Lions can win football games. We've seen it earlier in the year, right? Maybe not against great teams, but they blew out the Browns, a team with a really good defense that gave the offense trouble, and blew them out because you can win in different ways in this league. Same thing kind of happened with Cincy, although I think the offense was a little bit better in that game because Cincy's defense is terrible. But point being, like, even against good teams, you can win in different ways. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles are actually a pretty darn good example of that, right? They're going through just as many offensive problems as the Lions currently are, yet they've beaten really good teams. They've beaten the Rams. They've beaten the Packers. They've beaten the Lions. They beat the Rams, right? I think that's right.
They did.
Yeah. And has it been with excellent offense? No, it hasn't. So don't forget that too. Like, this team can lean on their defense and still win some football games. They've done it before. All right. Next question from our friend Between the Numbers, Anthony, says, can you discuss the NFC playoff race, looking at the upcoming schedule for the top contenders, and what is your preferred realistic, quote, path to the Super Bowl, given how you think the seeding might work?
Well, I can tell you right now, the chances of the Lions nailing the 1 seed probably went away. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's not the end of the world. No. But just right off the bat, I still think they're going to end up in the North,
winning the division.
I think they win the North, and so that's a home game.
Yep.
It
if
probably
that's the case,
means
it's probably no lower than the 3 seed, because Tampa or whoever wins the NFC North is going to be that 4 seed. You have the tiebreaker over them, so probably the 2 or 3 seed. I don't.
Yep.
It's like, okay, if they beat the Rams on the road, it's the 2 seed. If they don't, it's the 3 seed, right?
Yeah, I mean that based on how things kind of look right now, certainly kind of looks like that.
So if it's a 3 seed, you're talking about going against the 6 seed, which is probably in this scenario, if you're winning the North, either probably the Bears, Packers, or 49ers. Maybe the Cowboys work their way into that conversation.
Yeah, I'll take the Bears in the first round, no problem.
Uh-huh.
I mean, look, if you're asking me what my path to the Super Bowl is, give me the Bears at home.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't know if it's going to be them. I actually would lean against it. But I don't know if there's like necessarily a preferred away destination. I can say I think they can win in LA for a few reasons.
That would have been mine. Yep.
Yeah, dome. The crowd doesn't always
There's gonna be more
Sell out
Detroit
that
people there.
stadium. Detroit would travel there very well.
Yep.
So yeah, I think in LA is winnable.
Yeah.
It gets tougher in Philly. I think they're not going to be scared of Green Bay. Um, they're not going to be in San Fran. Like, I don't know even who else they would have to
Seattle.
travel to. Seattle
If
would be
Seattle wins it.
tough.
Yeah.
Seattle would be tough.
Yep.
Yeah, certainly.
So yeah, I think I'm with you. Like let's say the Lions get the 3 seed, which is very reasonable. I think I put the playoff odds from several statistical models, and most of them still had them
Yeah.
with the highest odds to win the NFC North. So I think the 3 seed is a safe bet. Not saying they're going to earn it, but statistically speaking, I think that might be the most probable. The 3 seed. You prefer to go on the road, or you prefer to have the Bears travel to you as the 6 seed.
Sure.
Let's say the 49ers are the 7 seed in this instance. Then you have to probably play the 2 seed, assuming the 2 seed wins, because then one would take on. Actually, it might be you might have to take on the 1 seed at that point if the Bucks win their game against the 5 seed. But it would potentially be Seattle that they would have to pay, and I would probably pick Seattle to win that game. So then it would be Eagles versus Seahawks, Lions versus Rams. I'd take that.
I'd be okay with that.
Yep.
And then you're going into Eagles to get some revenge.
Right. Yeah.
A place that you're now comfortable with, a place that you've played in, a place that you know what to anticipate because we're just there.
Yeah.
So
there you go. That's the playoff path to the Super Bowl. That's how it's all going to happen. So hope you all clip that, and when it happens in January, you can be like, wow, those guys are smart. All right. Next question here. This will be a quick one, but a nice little clarification for people that are curious. Tom W. asks, what are the rules for signing guys off another team's practice squad? Can the player say no, or is it like a Rule 5 draft in baseball? Be honest, I don't know what that rule is, but the answer is yes. A player can deny signing to another team's 53-man roster if they're on a practice squad. It doesn't happen often because most players will be like, oh, I get a bigger paycheck and an opportunity to play. Give me that. But Tom was asking this specifically in regards to Ahmed Hassanin, in which case he is, as he put several times when we talked to him last week, extremely loyal. And he
also
wants to see out this
ineligible.
opportunity.
You can't sign an international player off someone's practice squad.
I did not know that rule. Well, there you go. That's a very important addendum to that rule, or asterisk to that rule. But I also think Hassanin wouldn't at this point because
right.
he made it very clear that he is extremely appreciative of this opportunity, extremely appreciative of being drafted by the Detroit Lions, and wants to see it through here. So I think he probably wouldn't even do it if a team offered him a 53-man roster. All right, here we go. Eric. Joe P. asks, Brian Branch has been good this year, but it feels like every strong game comes with one really costly mistake, usually a personal foul. And outside of that, we haven't really seen many splash plays from him, since a lot of people consider him the second best player on defense. When is it fair to expect more game-changing plays from him?
Well, here's the thing with Brian Branch is that what you don't see is his flexibility to allow other people to play their position a little bit more freely, right? With him being able to drop into the box and cover a tight end, with him being able to run back and play a zone and cover 2 or even single high. His positional flexibility and ability to play all of those spots at a pretty high level allows Kelvin Shepherd to, one, be creative in his use of personnel and play calling, and then you also get him moving. You're not just static in one spot. You're making one spot and play these plays of the field. So if he was in one position, like, you could throw away from him. throw to the other side of the field, right? With him playing virtually all over the field and being able to line up anywhere, um it makes him a chess piece that's hard to match up your players with, right? Okay. So if he's not, yes, he's not going to make interceptions at a level like Kirby does, right? And he's not, but he is a guy who's going to be in the right spot at the right time, and he allows your other players to play their positions at a higher level. Now, the personal fouls come with his aggressive style, like that hit to the head that he had again in last week. He look, that's a fast moving play. He lowered his shoulder, but his head was on the wrong side of where the player when the player turned. Um, you'd like his head to be on the outside and hit with his left shoulder. He was anticipating the other way with his right shoulder. The player turns and now he's in the wrong spot and he makes contact with the head, but he's moving at full speed. That's going to happen. Like that's just part of it. Some of the knucklehead stuff, like, punch and juju, like you hope that that comes with maturity and that, but um, I think his ability to be so position flexible and play at a high level at all those positions is worth any of the extracurricular stuff that comes with them.
We're also a week away from him having a 1.5 sack game, right? Like,
Right.
but I think what makes him valuable.
That spin move was nasty.
It was. It was.
It was.
The one thing that makes him so valuable is that he impacts every facet of the game, right? He isn't just a deep safety that can be rangy and pick off passes. And I'm not saying that's what Kirby Joseph is only. But he's impactful in the pass game. He's impactful in the run game. He's impactful in the pass rush. There are not a lot of guys that are all three of those things. And do all of them well. All of them well. There isn't really a weakness to his game. And he can line up man-to-man against a tight end and take him out. And he can be essentially a fourth linebacker on the field. And he can be a rangy safety. Like, maybe not as rangy as Kirby and maybe not as many ball skills of Kirby, but he's got ball skills. I remember that one-handed interception against the Chiefs. It's just so valuable to have that because it frees everyone up to do other things, right? Like, I can't remember if it was Dan Campbell or Kelvin Shepard last week talking about how they live in base so much because of three guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was Derek Barnes, Alex Anzalone, and I think and I think Brian Branch, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And they are able to defend any kind of personnel from that look because Branch is so valuable in all three facets.
Mm-hmm. The Lions stack the box 36.7% of the time, fourth most in the NFL. You know who they end up stacking the box with? It's Branch. Like, Branch is the reason why they can stack the box at the rate that they do. And when you are able to stack the box, what ends up happening? You end up ninth in DVOA, allowing less than 100 yards rushing a game. And, your top 6 in EPA per rush, your top 8 in runs over yards. Like, you end up with a good running defense because Branch gives you that flexibility to put guys in positions where it makes it hard.
All right, next question from Twitter. Tim Bowers asks, I'm not panicking until Eric does. That said, what would it take for you guys to worry about either making the playoffs or making a run in the playoffs? The only thing I worry about is facing Davis and Carter again. Surely the Lions could game plan differently next time.
Yeah, I think they certainly could. This is a team that learns and makes adjustments all the time. So I certainly think the game wouldn't play out the same way that it did this last time. What would it take for me to panic about making the playoffs?
Losing to the Giants this week would.
It would take more. Yeah, it would take a handful of more losses, right?
Right.
Like, right now the Lions have lost 3 games to tough opponents and 1 game that they probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And so And they get, and that one was a division rivalry game. When anything, a lot of times it can end up being a coin flip. So you've got two more tough teams, like tough teams on your schedule, top
Packers and
10
Rams.
teams.
Yep.
Yeah. Um, and so you should win those other five. If you drop a couple of those other five that you shouldn't, then maybe
Yeah.
the panic level starts to sit in about not making the playoffs then. But they take care of business. They're not a team that plays down to their opponents. Those games that they're going to play that they should be favored in, that they should win. I expect them to win, and um, you know, it would take a few of those to
Right.
make me panic.
If they lost this week to the Giants, I would start panicking. I mean, not literally
Oh, yeah.
panicking, but like you lost one of your burn games that like you should not, like you can't really afford to lose, because again, like you said, you have two really tough games still remaining on schedule, and you can say what you want about the Packers, but that is a tough game and a tough matchup. They've been a tough matchup for you for years. Even when you were winning more than you were losing against them, everyone was a tough matchup. So if you lose that game, you're in trouble. You are. Like, you have lost your margin for error, and you don't necessarily need to sweep the rest of the way, but you have to go 5-1 the rest of the way, and that includes two really good contenders, three divisional matchups, which you just said were kind of like 50-50 ball games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they win against the Giants and they lose against the Packers, am I panicking? No. But again, the belt is tightening, right? That is a game that I'm never going to call a must win, because you're still at that point, assuming you beat the Giants, you'd be what, 7-5, and at worst, or you can still be 12-5 at that point, right? You'd have to play better football and all that thing, and I truly believe 11-6 is going to get you in. It's not for sure going to get you in, but I'm pretty comfortable saying 11-6 is going to get you in. So, at that point, let's say you lose to the Packers, and then you lose to the Cowboys the following week, panic time. You beat the Cowboys that week, not panic time. You lose to the Rams the week after that, and you've burned your two losses, and now 11-6 is your ceiling. I'm not panicking, but like, the urgency is extremely high to win those final two games. You have to win those final two games, and on the road, divisional games are not easy. They're not going to be easy. I don't care what you think of JJ McCarthy or Ben Johnson or the Bears defense. So the urgency is pretty close already. I'm going to be quite honest. Like, you have to be, I think you have to be 5-2 down the stretch right now. And that includes a really tough road game against the Rams, two divisional games on the road, and the Packers on Thanksgiving. So I think that highlights the urgency here. The degree of difficulty is not easy here, but at the same time, this is a team, like you said, you've said this multiple times, and I don't think you're wrong. The Lions are going to be favored in just about every game except that Rams game.
Yep.
Maybe, depending on what this upcoming week looks like, maybe the Packers is a little bit more even, but the Lions are going to be favorites, which means they should win, which means in general they do win, right? Like, this is still a team that's very, very good against Vegas odds. I know the Vikings game sticks out as an outlier right now, and that's totally fair. But in general, this team takes care of business. So to answer the original question as like, okay, one more loss, belt's tightening, two more losses, then I'm not panicking, but like, things are getting real. But at the same time, you never know. Like, maybe the Bears fall off the cliff, maybe the Packers fall off a cliff too. And maybe 10-7 gets you in. I doubt it, but we'll see. All right, last one. I promised some special teams talk. Ash Soden on Twitter asks, is there cause for concern on special teams? There appears to have been as much of a slip in performance there as there is on offense, yet solutions are not as easy to come by. Is it a case of the roster being too good to have space for pure special teamers like CJ Moore causing the fall?
It's a good question. I don't think that's it. I don't think it's necessarily just not having those specialists, because they kind of do. Like Grant Stewart is basically a special teamer. Khalil Dorsey's going to be coming back. He's basically a special teamer. You have a couple other guys that, like your Sione Vakis and your Nowaskis. Like these guys are they're being utilized. Even Daniel Thomas
Yep.
is primarily just like he's supposed to be a good special teamer. Like so, I don't think it's just like one. It's not them like not having guys that are good on special teams that are on the team or like specialists. I do think they've run into a couple good teams. Like I know why everyone likes to bring up like the Washington game. Washington is sensational. Washington's one of in the game. They've been terrific for 2 years. They understand the new special teams rules better than anybody. They execute them better than anybody. But you know, there are some mistakes here and there that are popping up. I don't think that they're bad. I think they're more closer to average. They were a top 10 unit at one point, and then I think they've been slowly dipping
Yeah.
the last handful of weeks, but I still think they're average. Like when you see a bad special teams unit, like you know that they're bad. Like you can just see it. Like it's a oh no, I might like I'm trying to think who the Lions played this year that had a really bad special teams unit. But the Lions are making a couple of mistakes a game on special teams, and it stands out because you only run a handful of special teams plays, a game. But I still think that they're on the plus side of average, but they're definitely not as good as I think they've been in years past. And they have made a couple of mistakes that are a bit out of character from what we've seen, but I'm not overly concerned right now.
I'm not either. And that's not just me being cynical about special teams not mattering. Because they do matter a little bit more this year, right? There are
Sure.
obviously a lot more kick returns in this game. I'm not that concerned about the coverage units, to be quite honest. I think the coverage units have generally been very good outside of like 2 or 3 weeks where there was like a consecutive big return. And by big return, I'm talking like past the 40, close to midfield. They haven't gotten much further than that. And I'm not saying past the 40 is acceptable, but it's not like a complete disaster for this team. There was obviously one kick return that would have gone for a touchdown that got called back. Sure. Yeah. If there's one unit, and Dan Campbell mentioned it a couple times now, that I think could use a little bit of a shot in the arm, and I don't have necessarily the answer to it. And part of it feels like maybe they need to come up with a better scheme. Maybe they have to come up with a better strategy, is the return game. The kick return game has been bad.
Well,
in terms of,
no, I agree with you. That's the biggest complaint of everybody, right?
I think so. And by bad, I mean, no explosives, right? No big runs. Their biggest return on the season is 39 yards, which ranks 7th lowest, it looks like. Only 7 teams have a lower longest kick return. Their average is also bottom third-ish of the league at 25.1. It's not as a disaster, and part of that feels schematic because Dave Fipp has said multiple times that he prefers to just like be consistent, get to about 30 every time rather than risk, maybe popping a big one, but in general maybe getting tackled before the 30. In this past game, they got tackled before the 30 a little bit too much. That said, I'd like a shot at an explosive. I'd like to see someone back there that gives a little bit of a spark to the game that we haven't seen. They tried Khalif for the first time last week. That didn't really work. I thought Khalif was not particularly good at it. Vaki is someone that we haven't seen a ton of this year because of the injuries, because a lot of times when he was out there, they were kicking to Sailors, who I think has kind of shown what his ceiling is, which, again, like I think the Lions don't mind what Sailors is giving to them because it is consistently right around the 30-yard line. But I don't know if I have the answer of how you fix that. Is it a more explosive runner? Is it something different with your blocking scheme? I don't know, but I do think I'd like to see Dave Fipp get a little bit more creative, mix things up a little bit. He has been mixing up the returner quite a bit this year, some by necessity because everyone keeps getting injured, but I don't know. Not back to Grant Stewart. That's not my answer.
That's the I mean, you kind of hit where I was going with this, was in that it's Phipps, his mindset that this is the way that they're going to best maximize their production on special teams. And people dislike that strategy because they like the explosive guy. They want somebody that can house one. Um, and I don't think it's necessarily Khalif's best style of return, right? Like you're basically there's a wall of players and he's running to he's got to get past the wall. Khalif is much better when they're all staggered out and he can make people miss with his quick movements and stuff like that. This is more one cut runners, which is why you see more running backs doing stuff like returns in this new style of kick return. Um, they're not going to put Ja back there. I mean, Ja would be terrific in this new style, but they're not going to. There's no reason to risk that.
Maybe in the playoffs.
We've talked about why they won't use JMO there.
Yeah.
He can't field the ball to save his life. It's so fast.
Yeah.
But can't catch it. For whatever reason, tries so hard.
Right.
Loves it. Wants to be involved. Puts every other one on the ground.
So so does Terrion, and you're not going to do that either.
Right. Terrion's not. I don't even know if Terrion is. He's not at that speed, of course, but. They really haven't kicked it at Vaki. Whenever Vaki's been out there, teams have kicked away.
Yeah.
I think he's done one, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head.
That, yeah.
And Khalif has done like 3, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just guessing. These are my
2 for Khalif.
But
I'm sorry, 2 for Vaki.
Okay. Again, and I just think with this new style of return, Fip just wants to maximize what he's going to get and not really risk it. He's a little bit more risk averse in this situation, in my opinion.
I think you're right. But because Dan Campbell has now mentioned that it needs to improve, or that at least it wasn't good enough this past week against the Eagles, part of me wonders if maybe there's a little bit of kick in the pants there, saying like, Fip, hey, you got to get things going here. We want an explosive. We saw the Chicago Bears basically win a game because of the kick return at the end of that game. We've seen other teams, that it can be a very important play.
The guy who I don't know if he would do it. I don't know if they would put him in this situation. But the guy in the back of my mind that says there might be something there is Khalil Dorsey. Dorsey is pretty fast.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of special teams experience. He's actually pretty tough as well. But I don't know. I don't know what his running style is, if he has that vision. But I know from a body type speed standpoint, I am interested to see if Dorsey would get a shot back there. He never did in camp. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they never really tried him. They always went with the offensive players. But does that
Lovett?
mean dominant? That's what I was gonna say. Like Lovett. I think they tried. I'm trying to think if they put Lovett out there early in the season and they kicked away from him.
Yeah, that sounds
like
familiar.
He was back there for one, like in a late game or something like that.
He does have 1 kick return for 22 yards. And he's back there for a punt one time.
I mean, outside of Khalif, Lovett's your second fastest receiver.
Yeah.
So if Khalif it's not stylistically matching up with him, yeah, why not? Love's just sitting there. Let him roll.
All right. I think we're going to close things up after that. A reminder that we are doing our Movember charity campaign. We are raising funds for the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center. If you want more information on what they do, what sort of prizes we're giving away this month, over on our Twitch and YouTube channels, go to prideofdetroit.com and look for our logo with the mustache about halfway down the page or so. This was an incredible stream where we raised a ton of money. We want to hit a couple big targets this month, and there's some wacky things we're going to do along the way. So you should also join our live streams on YouTube and Twitch. Just search Pride of Detroit on both of those platforms. But until next time, my name is Jeremy. Thank you all for listening. His name, I always mess it up, is Eric Schlitt. Follow us on social medias if you want to. If you're not a social media guy, great. Just listen to us on the podcast. That's fine too. But until next time, it's chaos. Be kind.
Recording stopped.
Sorry, I hit the mute button right mid talking because one of my kids walked in and I was getting the button over there to hit the mute and then accidentally hit it, and I was like, oh crap.
All good.
And I couldn't. And then sorry.
No, you're fine. What was I about to say? I don't remember what I was about to say. But we got some business to take care of. There are a couple alerts I need to get to. And then we're going to spin the Wheel of Pain twice. And definitely not do any up-downs. Or push-ups. Or eat any Vegemite.
Can I answer this real fast
No.
for Alien? It's not illegal batting if you knock it out of the bounce sideways. It's only illegal batting if you knock it out of the back of the end zone. Right? You can knock a ball out of the sidelines, and it's not illegal.
I don't.
As far as I remember, I think it's just out of the back of the end zone that you're not allowed to do it, or out of the end zone.
I don't know. I'm not ready.
I don't think
confirm
it matters if it's forward or not. Once that ball has been touched and it's live, they can knock it out of bounds. Yeah.
I'd have to double check. Jeremy the
pretty
Panay
sure
Stefan,
it's
please.
just
It's
the end
cold
zone.
outside. What does that mean? What does that mean, Austin? Slaw as a kick returner? No, maybe. Not against it. Okay. Alerts. Where were we? Oh, just one. JB, thank you for the 14 months. Says I'm not hating on Hutch. Love him. But when a starting tackle went out, expected him to eat. Instead, he kind of disappeared.
That was so much. Their game plan was contain. But yeah, would have been nice to see him turn it up.
Yeah. I didn't focus on him too much when I rewatched some of the game today. But would be interesting to go back and see how many times he lined up against the backup right tackle. I mean, you also have to remember, they still aren't giving him single teams. And they certainly, I assume they weren't once Lane Johnson was out of the game. An illegal bat in the NFL occurs when a player intentionally bats or punches a loose ball forward towards the opponent's goal line. It is also foul to bat a loose ball in any direction within the end zone. Any direction but in the end zone. Oh, the Panay emote. Is this sitting somewhere in my email? Austin? It must be. I'm sorry. I'm getting sick. I was sick on Sunday night and couldn't sleep, and it was great. I loved it. I love not being able to sleep after a frustrating loss. It's my favorite. I feel like when it gets late at night, it gets worse. All right, let's spin the dumb wheel. Huh? Vegemite will cure that. Ah, boy. Let me find my spin button. Hold on a second, you animals. All right, as a reminder, the things that I'm going to have to do, either push-ups until I can't do push-ups anymore. Last time I got to 20. I was pretty proud of that, but I was very much barely got there. Spoonful of mustard. I hate yellow mustard, so that's why that's on there. Vegemite, I've already taken, I think, 3 or 4 spoonfuls of Vegemite this Movember, and I hate it. Bean Boozled, which is kind of what I'm hoping for because it's more fun for everybody. And as much as I don't like getting wet bandage, at least it's a little bit fun and suspenseful.
When I open my my spice cabinet, I still get the one Bean Boozled that I had that was was the worst one. I don't remember what it was called, but I still smell it when I open up my spice cabinet. I don't know what it is that they put in there, but
Yeah. And then
I have Bean Boozled in my Amazon cart, by the way.
Nice.
I'm gonna get it to come into my house. Hopefully by the next time I'm on.
Okay. Let's just frickin' spin it. Here we go.
I think you need a new wheel.
This one's broken. It's weighted. It's weighted. Let me go get a spoon. Thankfully, I have some frickin' water. Oh my
You should
God.
just keep the same spoon. Just there all the time. What are the ingredients of Vegemite? Like, can you tell me the ingredients in Vegemite?
I sure can.
Okay, thank you.
Yeast extract, which includes wheat and barley, salt, mineral salt, malt extract, color, flavors, niacin, thiamine, riboflavin, folate.
All right. I recognize salt.
Do you can we
I didn't-
contact Guinness and just see if I'm the American who's eaten the most Vegemite ever? It's all documented. By the way, colors is spelled CLOURS. Color. And after color it says 150C, whatever that means. But it has B1 essentials for brain function. It has B2 to support my nervous system.
It's working.
brain function. Brain function. B3 for energy release. What does that mean? What is energy release?
You know what that means.
Don't get no. No. And folate helps fight fatigue. Enjoy as part of a balanced, varied diet and active lifestyle. Suitable for vegetarians and vegans. Made in Australia from at least 95% Australian ingredients.
How did
What?
how did you even end up with this on the wheel?
I was curious what Vegemite
Is it
tasted
Dan-
like.
Is it Dan's fault? I feel like it might be Dan's fault.
It's at least a little bit Dan's fault.
Okay.
Dan was advocating for it in soup last time we were streaming yesterday.
Okay.
Which it's just too much saltiness.
Is that what it is? Is that what gets you? The salt?
It's salty and yeasty.
Mm.
I don't know why I'm putting more on here. And now just now the smell of it is just
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's
Well-
like the first alcohol that you get sick with. It's just now it's just a visceral it's a memory. It's tied to a memory.
Sure. I got sick on pumpkin pie with too much Cool Whip one time and never ate Cool Whip since.
Oh, wow.
The sensory smells that you get, man.
What's Marmite?
They definitely-
I don't even know what Marmite is. Where's Dan so we can yell at him? Dan, are you still here? What's Marmite? Marmite is a sticky, dark brown paste with a distinctive, salty, powerful flavor and heady aroma. It's the same thing. It's a spread on yeast extract. So it's just the same thing. Y'all may not remember I'm just a boy, but I am the one that ignited the initiative that made Eric drink raw eggs last year. If we
Yeah.
reach 10,000 this stream, I'll activate my powers again. We're only $944 away. All right, let's just eat this and get to the second one. Here we go. For $8,000 raised for the University of Michigan Local Cancer Center. An incredible stream where we raised almost $2,000 alone.
Yeah. Nice.
Appreciate y'all.
My question is, why don't you just keep that spoon on the desk all the time? Like, just with the...
I want residual Vegemite smell on my desk at all times. No. I need someone on the POD staff to just taste it once, just to know what I'm going through. How many people
None
here?
of us are going to have that in their house.
Well, I have it right here.
No,
Come on over.
Bring it over here.
How many people in chat have ever had Vegemite? Is there a single person that has Vegemite? Has had Vegemite? Had it when I was 15? Never. Oh, Nixus is Australian. Am I being offensive right now by hating this? I know that is an exorbitant amount of Vegemite to eat at once. That's the one thing I've learned is that you're supposed to have a very thin spread on bread. I honestly thought it wasn't real. Okay, so most of you don't even know what I'm going through. That's the hardest part about this is that no one can feel my pain.
That's the hardest part?
No, it's not. It's the grossness of it. It doesn't leave the mouth easily either. Like I need to throw some flavoring into this water because it's not helping. But let's spin the second thing and pray.
like toothpaste.
Some toothpaste would be nice. I literally went to the dentist today and got my teeth cleaned, and now I feel like it was all for naught. Like Vegemite. Now my teeth are just going to be covered in Vegemite forever. Most Australians kind of don't know what you're going through. Most of us were indoctrinated well before we were 5, so we don't remember our first few times. How much for you to brush your teeth with Vegemite? Jesus. More than you got.
Put it on the 10,000 mark.
Maybe
on the
no,
10,000 wheel.
no. Like if we are doing the marathon stream and I'm like, and I really want to reach a specific goal, maybe I'll put that on something.
Wow.
You know what? No. I will put it on the extreme wheel of pain.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At the 10,000 mark, every 10,000.
I will put on the extreme wheel of pain if we get there tonight.
Oh. All right.
And you know what?
Hmm.
I'll only put 2 other options on the extreme wheel of pain.
Ooh. Don't use the pressure to do this.
Wait, is that true, Thomas?
Oh. Probably.
It's probably not a good thing to do literally the day that I went to the dentist and had like the deep clean. Okay, maybe. You know what? I might retract that.
I believe Thomas. He used all caps.
Anyone who speaks in all caps is speaking the truth 100% of the time.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
That's how the internet. All right. Lost Oceans, do not donate beyond your means, and that goes for everybody. Please do not donate beyond your means. As much fun as we have here, and as much as I want to raise as much for charity, I don't want anyone to put themselves in a tough position financially. So, with that being said, let's do the second spin on the Wheel of Pain, and if one of you crazies donates an extremely large amount here, we'll cross that when we get there. Here we go. 3,
I really
2,
feel like the Bean Boozled would really mess you up.
I'm not saying
all the different flavors.
Okay. I'm not thrilled about doing up downs, but at least it's something new.
At least you probably would have liked them in the other order, right? Like you probably would have liked to have done the up downs before the Vegemite.
Trying to think of the best camera angle for this.
There's no good camera angle.
No, Alien, I don't want to do them as Macho Man, but thank you for the offer. Or should I have said yes because now you're going to do it? I almost feel like you guys want to see my butt crack with the amount of times you mention it. Would the angle that I did the push-ups, would that make sense? Let me see. I want to create enough space here.
Oh. He doesn't have a lot of room here.
Make sure not to pull out the plug of the stream real quick. Accidentally.
Uh-oh.
All right, so if I did this, you wouldn't be able to see it. Last time I put it under the desk, you won't be able to see the jump ups as well, but you'll be able to see me jump. So if I went like down here again.
Oh no, they'll realize you're not at Ford Field.
Hi, Zazu. So would this be okay? Like, Josh, you gotta not be in the camera's way. I don't know. What do we think? Does that angle make sense?
Yes.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know how to help this. Whatever you did, just everything just moved.
Zazu nudged it with his nose. Hi, buddy.
Okay.
I guess I should probably... Zazu, you need to get out of the way, bud. Go that way.
Oh, yeah, don't get... Oh, whew.
Yeah. No butthole streams, please.
Yeah. You don't want to get... you don't want to lose your money again.
All right. I think this is good enough.
Are you going to do them with the headphones on?
No.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to hear from it. Should I guess I should go full screen, though. Let's pin this. And go desktop. All right. Ew, Alien, stop. We'll do something with Vegemite on the Extreme Wheel of Pain if we get there tonight. But only tonight. It's a one night offer. One night only offer. Zaz, can you please go there? Go. Okay, good boy. On the bed. That works. All right, here we go. 10 up downs. Count them down with me, chat. Do I have enough room here? I'm not going to bang my head somewhere. All right, here we go. Does it start with a jump up, or do you go down first? I can't hear anyone.
They're called up
Know
downs.
why I'm asking.
So
I think it's down first.
It's up. It's up down.
Got a belt on. We're gonna be okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well,
1. You're in the way. 2.
he's already lost his hat.
3. 4.
His
Oh, that's
form
my
starting.
head. God.
Form starting to waver.
Hold on.
Jeremy's in concussion protocol.
That's my head on the corner of the desk. Hold on. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. We got 6 more. You got to get out of the way. Go.
I still don't think he can hear us.
All right, well let's back up a little more.
No. Keep your form.
5.
You hit it.
Get out of here. 6. 7.
Oh, t-shirts riding
8,
up.
9, 10. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna find a different place to do that next time.
No, that was perfect.
Oh, let me adjust
Oh.
the camera. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Yeah. That's gonna be a nice little shiner.
oh my God. Are you okay?
I think I'm okay. Give me a concussion test.
I thought you were going to hit the chair. The way you were leaning, you kept leaning forward on that. I was like, he's going to just smack the chair.
Yeah, no, just the corner of the desk, no big deal.
Holy cow. That's entertainment right there, folks.
What other Lions podcast is doing this?
I don't know. You're showing them your back tattoo and
Did I get a little back
smearing.
tattoo in there? Why are we on the opposite ends? How do I move? There we go.
Oof. Man.
Anyone want to give me a
it's-
donation to make me feel better?
It's a little high. It's a little higher than the temple, which is good. I'm glad you didn't hit the temple area. What happened? Tell us what happened. Walk us through.
Well, okay, so you see my desk here.
Yeah.
It's got this part that sticks out.
Yeah.
This is where I hit it.
Why?
And so, why? Oh, I didn't mean to,
Yeah.
Eric. I don't know if that was clear.
No, I mean,
I wasn't
what
trying-
did you lose your balance? Your form?
No,
we saw
I
your
just-
form.
I don't
moving a
have a ton
little
of
bit.
room here. I have,
Mm-hmm.
so to my left is my bed.
Sure,
by the way.
we've seen that before.
Yeah. And so to the right is here. So I have about 6 feet, and I'm 5'9". So I should have pushed the desk a little bit further back, given myself a full, because the side of the wall is another.
No, I think
2
where it
feet
is
over
is
there.
good. You don't want to move it.
No.
You don't want to move it. No.
I'm curious as to how much this is going to grow out, if any.
It's gonna be a little, just a little swollen tomorrow. Have a little mouse underneath that.
Just
It'll be.
wear
It'll
the,
be. It'll be.
I'll just
It'll
wear
be a
the
little
hair
yellow.
down tomorrow.
There
Give
you
myself
go.
some
Yeah, give it-
bangs tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. That's the look you
There we
definitely
go.
want.
Does
as
this
opposed,
look good? I'm doing a Raiders owner cosplay right now.
you're doing a, yeah.
Mark
You-
Davis? Is that who it is now?
You look like George Clooney in that
Oh.
in the Caesar movie or whatever that he did back in the day.
Hail Caesar. Jesus. Exclamation point donate if you want to donate. I still
man.
should have the QR code. Why don't I have the QR code on here? It's over here, isn't it? No. Here? There it is.
I believe the redness is spreading a little bit here.
Don't say
It's
that.
not. No, I'm just saying it maybe has affected
Holy.
more of your head than what we originally thought.
No, we're fine. Stop making me nervous.
No. I'm just as natural. It'll be yellow tomorrow, or black and then yellow, greenish black, I guess. Tomorrow probably. A little mouse. By the time I see you
shortly.
by the time I see you on Sunday, it'll be almost gone. Probably gone.
What a stream, guys. What a stream. You got a Donald Duck impression out of me. You watch me almost concuss myself. And I'm sure things happened in between those things, but I can't quite remember any of them at this point, so.
You raised almost $2,000.
Oh, yeah, that also happened. I don't know what else to say.
Do you think I could put you on the injury report tomorrow?
If you want. Just like, I'm sure someone has already clipped that and just like a little, you know how sometimes the lines put a little footnote saying like, so-and-so was placed on IR, or this was just an estimated practice. You could be like, also, Jeremy Reisman was not an official addition to the injury report, but is currently dealing with he's an idiot injury. And just link to a clip of it. Either link to a clip of that or me doing the Donald Duck impression, because either one works.
Like,
you can't. You
just
couldn't
your whole
see
head...
me jacket, right? Like phrasing. You didn't see me hit. You couldn't actually see me hit my head, right? You probably just heard it. You can't make fun of me. I have a brain injury right now.
No, I had a cough. It was not anything.
Thank you, Brennan.
No, we didn't hear it. We didn't hear a thud or anything like that.
Really?
No.
You didn't hear
what we saw is your body go down and then move awkwardly and then go, oh, that was my head.
Did someone clip it? I am kind of curious how it looks.
Oh, Jiminy Christmas.
I think it's going away. I think we're fine.
Yeah.
Audible tongue.
Oh boy, you make me tear up.
All right.
Drew heard it. All right, I didn't hear it. I just, I guess I'm more of a visual learner.
Sure. All right. I think I want to get out of here. I want to wash my head.
Yeah.
Maybe ice my head.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah. Like, I think I'm, you're not supposed to fall asleep, right?
Where's the closest urgent care?
No idea.
Do you have someone that can wake you up every hour or every 2 hours?
No.
You want me just to call you?
Sure. Yeah. Text me every 2 hours. When are we going to be live next? Thursday night. Thursday night will be our first bite. Still don't have a direct time for that, but the Lions have late media availability tomorrow, so we'll be able to do it tomorrow night. Why is that in the middle of you? That should not be there. But we're not. We might be done here, but JB just dropped a $500 donation to the University of Michigan Rogel Cancer Center, which gets us in striking distance, $444 away from an extreme Wheel of Pain spin, which I'll put something Vegemite related on it. And because it's the last suggestion that I saw out there, maybe it'll be a Vegemite mustache.
Man.
Can't promise anything, but I will also say, if you've been holding out and wanting to get that Pride of Detroit hoodie, the $500 donation will get you there. Or maybe it's just 4 of you agree to donate $100. What a lot of people like to do here is like match. Like say, hey, if 3 other people agree to do $100, I'll do $100 right now. Just throwing it out there. Again, please don't donate beyond your own means. Be responsible with your money. Don't do anything crazy. But throwing it out there. I'll give you guys a little bit of time here. We are halfway there because Alien Vivitor just donated $222. And Lasermouth right before that, $44. So now we are $178 away. You get a hoodie, JB. A $500 donation gets you a hoodie.
Yeah.
100%. It'll probably be a little bit because I have to figure out printing. Suddenly, like, I have a negative visceral reaction to the donation alerts. Like, oh God, what happened now? A $100 donation from Drew Falcons. A $4.20 donation from Nick. Says $100 if Eric puts on the Ed Hercules costume.
I'd have to find it.
We are now a mere $29.80 away.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that will do it. Das Gibb, a $44 donation, which I think has not yet hit the counter. Oh, maybe it has. Maybe that did include the $44. Let me just make sure that's up to date. Because that is up to date. So we're $29.80 away. I guess I just have to sit here and wait because it's inevitable at this point. You should find that Ed Hercules costume.
It's in the basement. I put it on Georgia this year or last year, just to see. It was pretty funny.
You guys are crazy.
It's all down there. Here's the thing: when I wore that, I was probably 100 pounds lighter than I am now. I'm exaggerating, I think, but like, for example, it's a small. Like, the shirt is a small. Like, it was purposefully bought as a small.
Funny.
Right, because, like, that's the whole point, was that Hawk was just like this bulging, ridiculous. Oh.
It hasn't come in yet, but as you can tell on the counter,
No,
we
it's
are
there.
at 10,000. I don't know why the alert hasn't come in yet. But there it is. Jason with the $29.80 donation. What a crazy stream, y'all. 10,000
man.
on the dot, which means at some point you and I, Eric, are going to go to Ford Field.
Oh.
And we're going to try to leap into the stands. That is officially going to happen now. Thank you, everybody,
I gotta wear my kicks
Yes.
to Ford Field. I gotta bring those with me. The POD leap.
Nick continuing to push us further, an $86.47 donation. I don't know what the significance of those numbers are, but says TJ Hawkinson was at the Capitol on January 6th. That's just what he said. That's not my words. Not official. I'm not reporting that. Gosh, and we something else is coming in. You guys are crazy. There it is, $30 from Monkey81. Thank you, Monkey. We are at $10,116.47. JB, that's very, very nice of you to say. And again, thank you for the big $500 donation. Dark time for us too, to be quite honest. So I'm glad we're back. I'm glad you guys have so much fun with this. I have a lot of fun with this when I'm not injuring myself. Now we just have to decide what's going to be on the extreme wheel of pain here. Let's pull out some possibilities, chat. And you know what? Because this was such an awesome stream, I'm going to let you guys decide.
Oh man,
we do have this back from our Hot Ones stream last year. I kind of swore off hot food stuff, but we have this Arbol hot sauce, Scorpion hot sauce, which is, I don't know if Scoville units are on this, but it's Hellfire rated. We could do like a spoonful of that. We still have the fart spray, which is god awful. We have the smelling salts. Are they still good? I don't know how long they last. Oh yeah, no, they're still good. Good by 2028. Can't really see it, but it says 2028. There you go.
Oh, I like that. I'd like that one. That's a good one. That's supposed to wake you up.
This one I think is probably going to go on it. This was given to us last year, and we didn't end up using it. It's an Extreme Warhead Sour Pickle. There's a pickle
dude,
in here.
Check the expiration date on that, please.
Are there expiration dates on it?
Oh, yes. 100%. There's got to be. With all their artificial stuff in that as well.
I don't see
Got to
it.
be. Oh, well.
There are a couple stickers that are over it. I think that's probably it. So those 4, and then I guess Vegemite on the mustache.
I agree with Laser Mouse. You might want to use those smelling salts just before you
Just to
start
make
this.
sure I'm okay. I don't.
Oh man.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll put Vegemite mustache, hot sauce, pickle, fart spray, and smelling salts in a poll. All 5 of them. I'm starting to struggle talking. I'm not sure if I'm okay. And the top 3 that get votes, and this is going to happen on Twitch, so if you're on YouTube, you can come over to Twitch really quick. The top 3 that get votes, we'll put those 3 on the Extreme Wheel of Pain and just have 3 options. Okay?
Colorado Lion says you're okay with that pickle.
Yeah, I kind of think that makes sense. It's like
really?
sitting in preservatives.
Still. Whew.
I did not say I'm doing the Vegemite stash no matter what. That was never a thing. By the way, thank you for the $5 donation from JC. Appreciate it, JC. Thank you for your contribution. We are at $10,121.47. So, a poll of 5 things. The top 3 vote getters will go on the Extreme Wheel of Pain. Scorpion sauce, fart spray, and smell. Oh boy, smelling salts. All right, poll is up. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes starting right now. I'll bring it over to the screen so you can see. Oh wait, I'm gonna put this over your face so that
Great.
you don't see it.
I'm fine.
Oh, there, that works right there. Oh, that won't work because you don't see that yet.
I don't need to. I don't need to see anything.
Not you, I mean chat.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit surprised that there's only 1 vote for Vegemite mustache. Maybe this is mercy. Oh God, a lot of scorpion sauce. I guess scorpion sauce is going on there. Sour pickle is going on there. But what's going to be the third option? Everything else is tied with 1. There goes 1 for Vegemite mustache. Guys, got about a minute left.
Ooh.
Yeah, what did Eric vote for?
Not Vegemite.
I could theoretically vote for something too. Right now we're headed towards a runoff for that final 3rd spot. Oh, now Vegemite Mustache has taken a 1 vote lead. Got about
I think you should
10
I think you
seconds
should
left.
automatically do the smelling salts no matter what. Just be on the safe side.
Now look, it's going away. We're fine.
That scorpion sauce is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, the pickle. People, the pickle.
All right. Last chance to get your vote in. Oh, tied it up at the last second between fart spray and Vegemite. All right, we got to do a runoff. Sour pickle and scorpion sauce are going to make
Just
the wheel.
Put the Vegemite down there.
Nope. Nope. All right, runoff vote.
You know it's gonna be it's gonna be Vegemite. That's what the people want. Between the two.
Spray is pretty rank. All right, I'm only going to give you 1 minute to vote on this one.
Oh no.
Oh my god! Immediately 6 votes for Vegemite stash.
I told you.
I'm just gonna get it prepared at this point. Yeah, it's running away from it. All right. What's the website I need to go to? Streamlabs. There it is.
It's a www.webmd.com.
Spin wheel. All right. So we'll just keep it as Vegemite. Sour pickle. Is there a hot sauce one? No, I need to make one. How do I save? Save settings.
There's only 3 on here?
Yeah, I'm only going to put 3 on there.
Boy.
All right, let's bring it up. All right. Go back to this scene. Bring up the spin wheel. Does it look like it should? It does not, because I haven't saved it yet. There you go. Hot sauce, Vegemite, sour pickle. All right, chat. Which one do you want? Before I spin it, which one are you hoping for?
The hot sauce in the what's the other one called?
Sour pickle.
Sour pickle. Didn't those get the most votes? So
They did.
I gotta imagine they're one of those.
I think right now hot sauce is the one I want the least. Vegemite
I would
mustache.
think so. It's late at night.
Vegemite stash is the next one. Sour pickle is last. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm most okay with sour pickle. I don't know how much hot sauce. I'm a little bit nervous about, like, one full spoonful seems like a little too much.
Yeah, isn't it, you said like Hellfire or something?
Hellfire
like
is whatever it is.
How many BTUs is it or whatever?
It doesn't say BTUs. Pickle, because I feel bad for you. I appreciate that. And Veltron, I appreciate the 33-month subscribe on Twitch as well. Thank you. It is called Fresco Sauce. This is backwards. So our bowl scorpion Fresco Sauce. Beyond the flavors. It's vegan and gluten-free.
Oh.
It contains water, pomegranate juice is somehow the second biggest ingredient, red wine vinegar, scorpion peppers, arbol chilies, black garlic, roasted garlic, annatto seeds, salt, and oregano. Sounds light and wimpy. Up to 2 million, depending on the brand, 820,000. That sounds like a lot. All right. Enough shenanigans. Let's just spin this stupid thing that I have somehow stupidly agreed to do. All right. God, please be pickle. 3, 2, 1. It wasn't hot sauce. That's the win.
Oh my God.
It wasn't what I wanted.
It's not what anyone wanted. That was
Chet,
the third.
Chet
that was the
seems to
third
disagree. Well, the good news is I didn't. The spoon is right here, wherever I can find, wherever it bounced to after my head hit the freaking desk. There it is. So what? Just look at.
So, explain to us what the punishment is here again.
I guess I'm just going to, like, put Vegemite all across my upper lip and lick. I don't know if we agreed that I have to lick it off or just it has to sit there. Either way, it's going to be painful because it's going to be right under my freaking nose. Oh, there's definitely a little lump there now.
I told you you have a little mouse.
Gotta stay there until the morning. What? Just gonna have it all over my pillow at night?
Oh boy. Maybe you should just eat the pickle.
We're gonna put it on the back of the spoon.
Living dangerously. Oh God. Oh.
This is stupid. This is stupid. What am I doing?
It kind
I consider myself a professional. I'm a clown at this point, putting on makeup.
I'm a journalism.
I'm a real journalism.
It's actually filling in quite nice.
You like me now, chat? Is this good? Is this what you wanted?
It looks like you just fermented your mustache. Quantity-wise, do you think there's more? Put that in your mouth. Do you think there's more in a spoonful or more on your stash right now?
I actually think probably more in a spoonful, to be honest. Here.
Nope. Oh,
Hey, happy?
the uncomfortableness has begun.
Now, I don't even know what to do now. I don't think I can fit everything in my mouth.
We just have to slowly watch for it to drip down into your. Oh,
Do the eyebrows next. Are you crazy?
oh.
Are we done here? Can I just go take a shower?
No, you have to no, oh, no, that's, oh.
There. Is that what you want? Do you?
No, I don't think that's what people want. That's better.
Is it? Are you enjoying this chat? Is that what you want?
Oh, I am completely unrelated. What's the number for SB Nation's HR? Just curious. I thought if you have that handy, just wondering.
I feel I've degraded myself to a new low today.
It's the concussion speaking.
I feel like a whore is what I'm trying to say. I feel like a whore right now.
Well, look, you're about $3,000 horse, so that's not cheap.
That's a good point.
I think the worst part is that it's probably just lingering there, and
Yeah.
that's the uncomfortableness. That's what really ups the level, right?
It's actually like physically painful a little bit too because the mustache is still a little new, so I feel like my upper lip is a little like irritated from the coarse hair.
The salt.
Well, the salt getting into the pores of like the, for lack of better term, like chafed skin on my upper lip. So it kind of hurts. Ugh.
Oh,
Goof, thank you for the 42 months. Says, I tune in just in time for Jeremy's tongue bath, and is this what you want? Lady Goofa is now concerned that I'm falling in with the wrong crowd. Listen, no one should be watching this. Let me be clear. This should not be entertaining to anybody. This reminds
it's certainly uncomfortable.
There's an episode of Black Mirror that I feel like I'm getting dangerously close to right now. And if you've seen the latest season, you know which episode I'm talking about.
No.
I think I'm done. I think I'm ready to end the stream.
I think there's still some in there that you can get.
There definitely is, and I'm washing it off. I'm done. My upper lip is in a lot of pain right now.
Really?
This is
really in that much
I'm going to be
pain?
honest. This is the most shame I've ever felt during a Movember stream. Like, and I'm not sure it's close. I thought I was pretty like. I
Oh
thought
my
I was pretty
gosh.
immune to shame. Like I'm 40. Like who gives a crap what people think about me or
Oh,
say about me or whatever. Like I'm willing to do things that cause temporary pain, but like I've reached a new low. This is a new low. I don't know why this is, but it feels like a new low.
oh my
But
gosh, man.
at the same time, we raised over $2,000 in less than 3 hours, so
Almost 3.
probably still worth it. So
Is it really that painful though?
it
for
kind of
real?
is. Like it's just a little bit of a burning, but across all of the upper lip. So I'm ready. I'm very ready to wash this off my face.
It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't look like it's red or anything. Not
Thanks,
as red
Dan.
as the side of your head.
It's not that bad. All right. We'll be live Thursday night for First Bite, Saturday morning for the men's sim, and Monday night to recap the Lions-Giants game. You can always donate off stream if you don't want any of the bells and whistles. Just go to prideofdetroit.com. Look for the Movember logo. And there's links there all over to donate. I do want to thank everybody for a fun time here. I'm sure there's a clip somewhere, Drew. We're not going to delete this stream either, so you can go back and watch me bang my head against the desk. But anyways, I hope you had fun, and we'll see you guys in a couple days here, assuming I don't die in my sleep because of trauma to the head.
Do this first. Resubmit your Twitch thing.
Thank you. I'm washing my face first. That is first on the list.
No.
right.
You got listen. This